Hello, and welcome to the Mild and Lazy Guys podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Matt.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're back. The holidays are over. The New Year is over.
Valentine's.
Just over.
Sister's birthday just happened.
Wife's birthday on Tuesday.
Look at that.
I get a triple whammy. I get a quad whammy. I get Christmas, Landry's birthday, Valentine's Day, Lauren's birthday.
Well, for me, it's Christmas, Owen's birthday, Claire's birthday, anniversary was like 3 days ago. And then.
Congrats.
Yeah,
we
went to Texas Roadhouse.
We were there last night.
It's so good.
It never misses.
What do you get? Is it the Fort Worth ribeye? Is that what you said? That's what we got. That's because I remember it's like we're looking at something because, I'm a bit retarded when it comes to that. And I'm looking and I'm like, I think that's what Matt usually gets. So it was. We actually went there with the kids and my parents because we went on the 11th Wednesday, which is technically their anniversary. And they asked what we were going to do. And I told them and they're like, well, that's exactly what we're going to do. So they just met us out there. Yeah,
you just, I don't know. For the value, like I was pricing out steaks at the store and like a pack of steaks is like, if you want a ribeye, it's like $25, $30 for one, and you can get, I think the one I get, if I'm feeling like really hungry, like I'll get the 16 ounce and I think that's like 27, 20.
I think that's what we got.
And it comes with like the two sides. And I'm like, the store wants that and I got to come home and cook it and all that. And the value for what you get, you just can't beat. That's my number one Mount Rushmore, like restaurant, period.
Somebody said there might be one in Waxahachie, big being built.
That rumor gets thrown around a lot. It was like the Jersey Mike's thing.
But that happened.
I
think we're going tomorrow.
Are you?
I think so. Claire got me a gift card for Valentine's Day, and
nice.
We're off tomorrow.
I'm off, yeah.
And Elizabeth was already asking to go to Five Below to get like a cheap soccer ball, and my head goes, well, that's right by Jersey Mike. So I said, you know what? We could probably do that.
Yeah, we can squeeze that in.
I was like, hey, well, we can make that work.
I heard the rumor that we were getting a Longhorn steakhouse, which I've been to once, but it was so far back, I can't remember if it was any good or not.
Yeah, I can't remember. Saltgrass is good. I haven't been there forever, but I like Saltgrass.
Saltgrass is good, but it doesn't have the value to I guess, not quality because all their stuff is quality, but like the value ratio, like they're a little bit more expensive. To me, Roadhouse just never misses. It's the butter and the rolls.
We're already talking food this whole time.
It's known that we're a food podcast.
All right, so what else you been up to?
Not a lot. We went. I'm gonna try to just hit key points.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve or Christmas evening, we always, us three, my little family, we usually do Chinese food. That's like, out of A Christmas Story, the movie. Like they do Chinese. So we usually do that. But this year we went to Fogo de Chao, which is like a Brazilian steakhouse, like Texas Day Brazil. Mm-hmm. And it was awesome. Like I've been to Texas Day Brazil was several years ago, but I've never been to Fogo de Chao. But it's the same concept. Like it's like Ponchos back in the day. You have like a little green or a little circle card. One side's red, one side's green. And if it's green, they just walk around with like meat on fucking big swords. And then if it's green, they walk up and you're like, hey, what do you got? And they're like, oh, I got filet mignon. You're like, yeah, go ahead.
You just hit me.
Yeah, come on,
like
brother.
A card table.
Yeah, come on, brother. Me. Or I've got the bacon wrap, like whatever. Yeah. And then when you're, eating and you're not ready, you just flip it over to red. And they got like a nice salad bar. So we made reservations and did that. What else? Yeah, that's really it. We had Christmas, had a good Christmas. Landry's birthday. Yeah, really just working on the side business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on social media way more than I want to be. It's really hard.
I was going to say I was randomly like scrolling some feeds and then one of yours came up and I took a second and had to watch it.
Yeah, like I've been running like ads because that's really, really the only way to like generate business is like getting ads out and, paying for ads on Facebook.
Oh, I was going to say, is it free though?
No, you got to pay. You pay for the ads.
I think Claire did that and it's like an accelerator. So it's like you can pay a little bit more and they'll kind of put it on more people's feeds and stuff.
Yeah. And there's a slider and you can like put like money, like you can start at 5 and like, as you slide the slider to more money, it'll show you the estimated audience that it'll grow to. And then you can pick and like really fine tune like where you want to, promote and kind of like, advertise. So I've been doing that, and, I've been getting a few jobs from it. So, for now it's worth it. So, and then, just dealing with like fucking Facebook Marketplace. It's going to come to a shock. I don't think I told you, but I'm selling the Integra.
Claire showed me, but it was said it was like trade only. Are you couldn't find a trade, so you're going to
couldn't find a trade. Yeah. So I'm going to sell it. Just cause I want some, I love that car. I never thought I'd sell it, but I think for the business, it'd probably be better just to get something that I'll get more use out of, one, and then two, just so I can keep miles like off my car and like have like a quote unquote work car. But I'm going to stay in the Honda family. I'm either going to get like an Odyssey or like a little Honda Fit, because my supplies don't take up much. It's like, that toolbox right there and a couple other random toolboxes, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. So obviously I'm going to stay Honda gang, because I'm never leaving Honda gang.
Right. You're in for life.
Man, Facebook Marketplace, it's really the seventh circle of hell. Like it sucks.
I just stay off Facebook completely. I haven't logged in like 10 years. And when I did, I'm like, what the fuck am I even doing here? This is stupid.
I did something really not stupid, but I got so fed up with like the low balls, and in my ad, in all caps, the first thing anybody reads is "will not respond to, is this available?" And I was getting like fucking tons of messages, "Is this available?" So I would immediately just like go up and like hit the top of the message and like, you can leave the chat. And when that happens, it tells the other person, says, sellers left chat. And then I'm getting low balls, and I'm not going to go through like the whole Honda market and like the rarity of it and like whatever. So I've got it up for what I've got it up for. And people are like, oh, $2,000. And so I got tired of it one day, and I was in a mood. So I was like, oh dude, you know what? I'm desperate. I'll do it for $2,000. And so I clicked on the seller, found out where he lived, or where he said he lived. He said he lived in Fort Worth. I was like, dude, I actually work in Fort Worth, and I have the title and the car with me right now if you want to come and get it. He's like, yeah, what's the address? So I looked up comedy clubs in Fort Worth and gave him the address, and I found one. I think it was like Hyenas or something, and gave him the address, and I go, I'll be here, all day. And he goes, all right, I'm here. Is it the comedy club? I go, yeah, go up there. There's a stage. You can tell jokes on there. With this $2,000 offer, get out of here. And then I just immediately left the chat.
It would have been better if he had to drive across like DFW, but
no, I still wasted his time.
Oh yeah. And just because he wasted your time.
Yeah.
Just getting him back for.
Yeah. So
that's one thing I would not want to deal with is
it's
people who are just trying to haggle just to lowball the shit out of you.
It's fucking terrible, but I think it's going to work out in a really cool way. I met a 17-year-old, and that sounded bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
That sounded bad.
Child, please.
His dad reached out to me, asking about the car, and they were here local. And I could tell he was serious because he's asking like all the right questions, like, hey, I see you've listed everything you've done to it. Like, what kind of shape's it in? Like, tell me everything's wrong with it. I'd like to come see it. So he comes and brings a 17-year-old son with him. It's for him. Like, the dad is like into like, muscle cars, but the kid is into imports. And so the kid has been working since he was 15. He saved up like $6,000. He's working now. He's doing auto body or auto shop in high school. He's got like 4 or 5 certifications already. Just seems like a good kid.
That's the kind of person you'd want to sell it to.
Yeah.
Take care of it.
I let him take it on a test drive. He's like, came back. He's like, yeah, I love it. And, we negotiate. He negotiated with me a few times. We went back and forth. I was like, look, settled on a price. And
you said the kid has $6,000, right?
Yeah. Kid,
so
he was short still. And so the dad was like, I can help you, but we got to run it by mom to see if I can help you out until you can pay me back. And so the next day they're like, yeah, mom, said no, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Damn.
And so kids he said, give me 2 weeks, and my next paycheck, I should be able to cover it. So he hit me up at the beginning of the weekend, like, hey, I know you said you wouldn't hold it. I don't expect you to hold it, but I'm going to have it on the 21st, and I want it. And I was like, all right, man, I'm not going to hold it, but if nobody buys it by then yeah, we'll do it. So I think it'll be really cool. It'll be his first car. He'll have a great, it's really rare. It's a really rare car, and it's only going to get more rare as it gets older. And it'll be cool for him to have his first car, be that, because my first car was not that. So yeah, just dealing with Facebook Marketplace and then on top of that, having a business online where, people are reaching out to you for a service that they intentionally clicked on, and then they ask for a quote, and then they ghost you. Yeah, and I'm like, why reach out? Like, you reached out to me wanting a quote, and I give you a quote, or I ask qualifying questions to try to give you a quote, and you won't answer.
I had a feeling that was going to be the most frustrating part.
It is.
It's just dealing with people. Like, if you could have everything lined up and they just say, just meet me here and we'll do the job. And
yeah.
You have like a middleman handle all that crap, because that's the one thing I wouldn't want to do is just dealing with people.
And some people are, and people just want one price. They're just like, send me a price. I'm like, it's not just one price. Like, there's variables in it. Like, you wouldn't charge the same amount of money to mow this yard as you would 4 acres,
Yeah.
Just like I'm not going to charge the same to do a Ram 3500 as I am a Honda Civic. Like, there's just so many variables and the different lights and what condition they're in. And so it's just like, why reach out for a service and then just not fucking respond? I fucking hate Facebook. I hate it. It's the bane of my existence.
I agree.
But I'm working with some dudes. Oddly enough, the internet's a wild and far-reaching place. There's a group that just do headlight restorations, and found this group and found a good group, cool group of dudes. And so I'm working on a website, and on the website, it actually has a form that they fill out with all the qualifying information that I need, like year, make, model of the vehicle, where they can attach pictures of the lights, and it just sends it straight to my email, and then I can respond and we can reach out. So hopefully the process is going to get less stressful, but
you're still starting out.
That's been the biggest headache, but yeah, it's been good. I had a job today. I got another job tomorrow. So got another job next Saturday. So
it's Texas Roadhouse money right there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So
a good way to look at it.
Since I can't get Lauren to sell feet pick, so
somebody's got to step up.
Somebody, jeez. Even though she's got a second job too. so yeah, that's kind of it. I've just been dealing with Facebook way more than I want to.
Sounds pretty shitty.
Terrible.
Actually.
It's a seventh circle of hell, man.
Well, we had a good Christmas, and then 4 days after that, it's Owen's birthday, and we surprised him and took him to Great Wolf Lodge.
Yeah,
they had no idea. So we pulled up, and of course, I thought it was gonna be this aha moment when they saw it, but they're like, "What the fuck is this place?" But I had to explain it to him, and I'm like,
because it's not like Hurricane Harbor when you pull up and you can see
everything. Yeah. They have an outdoor, but obviously that was December, so it was closed. But we got inside, and they were blown away when they first saw it, and that was, I remember it was a Sunday, right? So that was also our championship weekend. So my mood was hanging in a balance of how the family trip was gonna turn out.
You're either gonna have the time of your life, or you're gonna beat your wife.
Yeah, I'm either gonna be in a really fucking bad mood, or I'm gonna be spoiling these kids. And afternoon games went really well for me, and by pretty much 3:00, I knew I was gonna win. Didn't want to jinx anything, but I was taking the kids to get ice cream, and we were going to the arcade, and I'm just in a great mood. Turns out I did win the championship.
I should, and that's on me. I should have given you your flowers. We are looking at the 2025 Ziggy Stardust fantasy football
5th championship game appearance, first title. So that was fucking cool. And then 3 weeks ago, we went to Jason's for poker night. There was only a few of us that showed up, but I got to Ziggy. Never got my check. I specifically asked for the comically large check, because I was like, I want that fucking thing. I'm going to hang it up somewhere, probably in my shed, because we cleared that out. That's one thing we did. I took a week off, and we did a really good job of taking everything out. We made 5 trips to the dump, got a lot of shit. We bought new tubs, new tables. We we bought these giant, like they're not bigger than yours. In that sense, they're shelving units, like 4 tiers by like 8 feet. I mean, they were like $300 each. Like they were legit,
good
real
shelves,
heavy duty. Yeah. And we're like, this is all we need. We bought 2. We might get a third, but those were easy to put together. So everything's organized. It looks good. Went to a Cowboy game with you.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, we went to a Cowboy game.
Got a random phone call at like 11 o'clock at night, which I usually never answer. And I was like, oh, fuck, he must really need something.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Fucking nothing. And yeah, we went to a Chargers game.
Yeah, that was wild because like it all happened in literally in a matter of like 180 seconds. Like Lauren got a phone call and then she relayed the information to me.
There was like a death, right? That's what happened.
Yeah. So friends of hers and regulars of hers had tickets, and then they had a sudden death in the family. And so they reached out to Lauren and were like, hey, we have tickets to tomorrow's game, but obviously we're not going. Do you want them? And Lauren was like, yeah, hold on. And so she explained to me, she put them on mute, explained to me what was going on. She's like, I don't want to, she's like, I would go, but Andrew would like appreciate it way more. And I was like, all right, yeah, tell her we'll take them. And then
thank you, Lauren.
She hung up with them, and then I immediately called you. And I had the same thought. I was like, oh, it's so late. I was like, I wonder if he's going to answer.
Well, usually I'm like, oh, this isn't good. Like something bad happened.
Yeah.
Like I see the call and Claire was with me. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know. Matt's calling me. She's like, well, pick it up. I was like, I don't know. I was like, what if something happened? But yeah, we went to Jersey Mike's before the game. The seats were really really good seats. Mm-hmm. And Cowboys lost. Did you notice too? Like we got those cups. And when I got back, I said there was Trayvon Diggs, Micah Parsons, and DeMarcus Lawrence.
There.
None of those players were on the team by the time we saw that game.
Nope.
One of them won a Super Bowl.
Trayvon was.
But he wasn't playing. And we knew he was out.
Yeah.
Like he was on his way out.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny that like this is their premier cup with their premier defenders and they're all gone. And they didn't even want fuck it. This year was such a wash.
Yeah.
But
no, it was. I always like to go. I mean, obviously, I'm not paying.
I've never paid for a Cowboys game.
Neither.
This is like my 6th game I've been to, and I've never paid.
It's my second at the new stadium. My second one I've never paid.
I think I went to 2, if not 3, at the old stadium, and I think 3 actually. Yeah, maybe even 4 at this one.
Yeah, I went to
every time. Just got lucky though.
I went to several at the old stadium. Never paid, and one being the infamous Creed halftime show in 2001.
Hell yeah.
Highlight of my life. Sorry, Lauren.
No, you're right.
And then I went to a couple other ones, and then another infamous one.
And you went to a playoff game, which is cool.
It was 2009. I think it was the year we went 13-3.
Number 1 seed.
Yeah, and we lost to the Giants. And
eventual champions. Didn't they win that year?
Mm-hmm, yeah, and we had end zone seats, and we had a chance to go up late in that game, and Romo laid one right in Patrick Creighton's hands, and he dropped it from me to the street. I mean, he dropped it. And, yeah, I don't think they've won because the other game I went to at AT&T, it was 2015, so it was pre-Dak, and it was a Kellen Moore started game against the Jets.
That's a bump.
And we got
just a turd of a game.
We got blown out.
Wow.
By the Jets.
Yeah, that sucks.
With Kellen Moore at quarterback. So, but no, that was a Mild and Lazy Guys fun day, field trip, day out.
Yeah, and then we had the poker night, like I mentioned, and I won that. I don't fucking remember anything, dude. After a certain point, because we were just slamming drinks, we were in the garage just ripping cigs and drinking whiskey. Hell yeah. Passing a phone around. It was me, Ryan, Chris, Ben, Jason. So we just had a rotation of the phone going around. Everybody picked out a song, and I was the only one that stayed the night. I was like, we're all drinking, and I'm fucking sleeping here. Like, I don't care. I brought my pillows. I brought my sleeping mask. You know me. I had Tums in my pockets. Like, I was ready to roll.
Yeah.
I woke up that next morning, and I'm like, where the fuck am I? Like, I was in a spare room of his that I've never been in before. Don't know how I got there. And I'm just looking around. And I'm like, this is weird. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm at Jason's. And I was like, I should leave right now. And I told you I hurt my back.
I should leave right now.
So I hurt my back like the few days before that. And it still hurts, which sucks, but I could barely move, dude. I think maybe I got drunk, tried to wrestle Jason or something.
Probably.
Because my back felt so much worse that morning when I woke up. And I was like, I'm going to Irish goodbye. I'm just getting out of here. So I gathered my stuff up. I walk out. And then I remember that Ryan gave me like a big box of cassettes because my van has a cassette player. So I was like, fuck, I got to go inside and get all those cassettes. So I go back inside and I get the cassettes and the dogs start barking, but I make it out. But I forgot Ziggy. So I got to go back in for the third time. Dog's losing his mind. I'm trying to be sneaky. Jason walks up, hey, good morning. You want a cup of coffee? You want this? And I'm like, no, I appreciate it. I just got to go. And I limp out, just go home. And I just crashed after that. But
you were useless.
Yeah, my back's still fucked up, which really sucks. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about winning that championship. Like,
yeah, you should
I told everybody.
You should be.
People who I haven't seen in 20 years know that I won my fantasy league championship.
You should be.
And Ryan gave me these to give to you.
Oh, Ryan's giving me stuff.
And it's a Hot Wheel Integra, maybe?
That is an Integra GSR. Oh, Martin Poss. Hey, we just sold him. Cool.
Ah, crap.
Martin Poss, Jesus Ferreira, no longer on the team.
That's probably why he's giving them away.
And Edwin Cerrillo, no longer on the team. But,
well,
hey.
It's thought that counts, dude.
It's the thought that counts.
All right, now I'm going to give you a Christmas present. You ready?
Ryan, thank you for this, Ryan. If you listen, I'm not being ungrateful. I'm just saying how ironic that the cups that we had, that nobody was on the team anymore, and then I get these 3 pictures and none of these guys are on the team anymore.
Just shows you how poor management our teams are.
But it's pretty dope. Landry will love them.
That's what I say. I say, well, Landry
will love them. Yeah,
you could probably get like little frames for those at like Dollar Tree too, and like make it look legit
for sure. Actually, I should probably, because Lauren and Landry are going out like they always do. So they're probably telling me, we'll do that tomorrow. All right.
Ready? I'm going to hand this over.
Okay. I'm going to put my mic. I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to unwrap it one-handed, I think, so I can keep audio going. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that works. Look at us putting our heads together. No fucking way. That's hilarious. Thanks, man.
It is a legit hot dog grill. Indoor, like they have at the movie theaters. It's got the bun warmer on the back, the rack on top. What do we got? About 8-10 dogs on there.
That's a solid 8.
I bought that specifically for the podcast. I was like, when I come over, we're putting dogs on the grill, and by the time we get to Mount Rushmore, we're eating. I'm really good at giving gifts that also benefit me, though. All right. Got mine out.
All right.
Hold on. Dude, no way is it a hot dog grill. we each got hot dog rollers. That's fucking amazing, dude.
Hold on, but I won't up you. Hold on.
I knew when I saw that box, I said, that is the same size as what I got you. There's no way. Oh, dude, like for the like at a ballpark dog.
Yeah.
Well, I bought you hot dogs and buns to go with it, but this was in December, and we ate all those a long time ago.
Okay.
Dude, that's so amazing that we each got hot dog rollers.
Hold on, I'm gonna put a stop to it. 3, 2, 1, and we're back. All right. So here's the next one.
Oh, damn.
So those are the actual Franks that they sell in the Sam's Club Cafe.
Those are thick boys.
That's what you get when you go to Sam's or Costco. They're the same thing.
I'm eating these with Owen this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe we each got rollers.
He called. Hold on, I'm gonna stop this again. Fuck it, we'll do it live because that's more of a warmer. And I know you're like a toast. You like a toasty bun. So I just got the roller.
You can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
I can't believe we got each other the same gift.
Did we just become best friends?
And your wife comes out. She goes, "What are the fucking odds?" I just texted Claire and I said the same thing. I said we got each other hot dog rollers.
She knew.
Well, she's gonna have to send me that picture. I'll post that whenever this is going up.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I guess I kind of forgot something else that was going on. We added 2. Only meant to add 1, but added 2 new members to the family. Cats.
Oh, okay. I thought they had a baby announcement or something.
No,
twins.
Yeah, we adopted some
What?
Guatemalan kids. No, no. So we were wanting another cat because we had missed both of our previous cats who had passed.
Mm-hmm. Well, one ran away, right? Which one ran away?
Stewie. We don't know what happened to Stewie. Never found Stewie.
He's living his best life somewhere.
Either that or he was sick and he went off to.
That's true. Cats do that.
And so we've had Mochi for a little bit, but Mochi just sucks. She's like really prissy and like doesn't like to be pet and like she just sucks, dude. She's the worst. And so
cats are hit or miss, man.
Yeah. So we went to PetSmart. We went to a few different PetSmarts and Petcos, and like nobody really had anything. And if they did, they were, we wanted boy cats because both of our last cats were boys and Mochi's a girl. And I don't know, we were reading that boy cats are more affectionate and they show more, I guess, like loyalty to their humans, and girl cats can be more standoffish and independent and just leave me the fuck alone. So we ended up going to PetSmart here in town, and there's a beautiful blue-ish, grayish boy named Jack. He's like got this gray blue fur, and he's got like white paws, and he was the sweetest little dude. He got out and he just wants to headbutt you and like head rub. He'll just rub his head against you, and he wanted to be all over you. So we were like, yeah, we want. We'll take home Jack. And so the lady that was helping us like put Jack up, and she's like, well, I'm going to let Sunny out. And while I clean her cage, is it cool if she just is up here or runs around while y'all are here? We're like, yeah, sure. So she like comes out of the cage, hops up on the little bench, and she literally goes up to Lauren, crawls up her chest, puts both arms around her neck.
Damn, you can't say no to that.
Put both arms around her neck like a hug. And would not let go.
These cats know what they're doing, dude. They know they need a home.
And so like Lauren would like take her paws off and like set her down, and then she hopped up on the bench and did the same thing to me. Came up to me, put both paws around my neck, and I looked at Lauren. I was like, I think we're about to get 2 cats.
Yeah,
we got 2 cats. So Sunny, she acclimated much more quickly than Jack has. Jack has been either in a room or under a bed for coming up on a week.
Hell, he'll be out of that.
Yeah,
soon.
and he's slowly venturing out further and further. And he kind of picked Landry's room as like his safe room, and so he sleeps with Landry. And but at night, like I'll put the dogs up, and then because I stay up later than everybody else, so at night he'll come out and he'll chill with me, and he's very vocal. Like when he meows, it sounds like he's saying hello. Be like, hello.
That's got to be weird at night.
Yeah,
though.
and I'll be like, Jack, and he'll come trotting down the hall, and then he'll just get up there and chill with me. And then if I make a move, he's just like, fuck it, I'm out, and he just goes right back to Landry's room and like fucking chills. So
now we each have a cat named Sunny.
You got a Sunny?
I got a Sunny.
I got a Sunny too. Yeah.
How do you spell it?
I don't know. I think it's with a Y.
Well, yeah, but I mean SONNY.
Like Sunny, SU.
See, that's how Claire. And I said that's not how you spell his name. I said he's like Sonny Corleone, SONNY.
But it's a boy though. Yours,
ours is a boy.
A girl.
Right. So yours makes sense for a girl.
Exactly. Yeah.
But for a boy, it's SONNY.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
That's as God intended.
So,
all right,
Mount Rushmore questions, hills. Where do you want to
go? Let's go Mount Rushmore.
All right,
we'll knock that out real quick.
All right, you want to do your 4 first?
Yeah, I'll do my 4 first.
Let's
all right.
hear it.
So, number 1, starting it off.
You got to tell them what it is.
Mount Rushmore this week is our Mount Rushmore of DFW draft picks, DFW sports team draft picks. So doesn't have to be number 1 overalls. Doesn't have to be. It could as long as they were drafted.
Yeah. Went kind of different directions though, because I went with more. I'm looking at yours, and these are more like some of the best picks we've ever made.
Yeah,
and that's awesome. Mine was more like picks that I was excited that we got.
Okay, cool. Well, I
got a couple busts, so I'm just saying I wasn't right all the time, but these are like guys when I remember I was like, fuck yeah, we got this guy.
Okay, well, I'm glad we have some.
Well, it's more variety now.
Yeah. So first one, Roger Staubach. I mean,
Captain America.
And like I said before we started talking, like this list could have easily been Emmett, Troy, Michael, like boom, right off the bat.
Yeah, 3. And that's why I didn't want to do like the too obvious, because like I said, like CD Lamb. awesome fucking pick.
Yeah.
Stoked when we got it. So that obviously was a great pick. I think we
should have done, if we were thinking, we should have done value picks or like picks like
day 2, day 3 picks would have been cool too.
Or I didn't put it on here, and sorry if I ruined yours, but like Jamie Benn was like, I think 7th or 8th overall, and he's turned out to be like
a 15-year captain.
Yeah. So we could have done value picks, but Roger Staubach, I mean, we all know what he did at Navy. He went and fought, Heisman winner.
Guy won the Heisman and then fought in a war.
Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls, captain comeback.
And his net worth now, because he's into like real estate. I mean, he's worth hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking All-American guy.
So this one was a weird one because we didn't like really draft him, but we just saw like this like 16-year-old kid who had a cannon. And we're like, yeah, he's ours. We're going to buy him. Pudge Rodriguez, he was a 14-time All-Star. He was an AL MVP, 13-time Gold Glove winner, and a first ballot Hall of Famer.
And World Series winner.
Yeah, not with us, unfortunately.
Yep.
But he was
but
he was a key part of those late 90s.
Yeah, when we started getting good, like in our childhood, I feel like Pudge was the core of that. We had really good players around him, but for me, it was Pudge's team.
And Brady, if you listen to this, please correct me, but he's got to be considered one of the best defensive catchers of all time. Like maybe, if not the best.
Probably. I think the only one that could compete with him overall would be Johnny Bench. But Johnny Bench was more of an offensive player, whereas Pudge is known for, like you said, 13 gold gloves. That's fucking insane. Cannon for an arm. So, or what's his name? For Molina for the Cardinals.
Benji Molina.
Or Jan. Yeah, there was 2 brothers.
Or not Benji, it was Yadier.
Molina
and there was
whichever one was the catcher for the Cardinals forever.
Yeah.
He was the only one in my lifetime that can be like, that guy, is a game changer on the offense and defense.
Yeah. This one is just straight personal for me because he's my favorite all-time player.
And he's a fucking stud.
Troy Aikman, round 1, 1989, first overall pick. 3-time Super Bowl winner, Super Bowl MVP, 6-time Pro Bowler, first ballot Hall of Fame. He was like the American Pro Football Writers Association all-rookie team. He's a national champion in college. He's got his number retired at UCLA.
Do you remember why he left Oklahoma for UCLA?
He got hurt for 1, and then 2.
Because he had to have been a huge prospect coming out.
Yeah, 2, I think something with him and Switzer, which, I mean, kind of a full circle thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, he couldn't get away.
Yeah, and then I don't think you could leave this guy off. It's Larry Allen, and we got him in the second round in 1994. And these last 3 accolades are just wild to me. Super Bowl champion in 95, 6 first-team All-Pros, 11-time Pro Bowlers. He was on the 1990s and the 2000s All-Decade team.
It's such a wild stat.
He was on the NFL's 100th anniversary all-time team.
R.I.P.
So
and he bench pressed
like 700
pounds. And there's video of it.
And then he ran down a dude with like 4-something speed. Like he was just a freak. Like
honestly, that's the kind of stuff that gets me hard when you can find like an interior guard in the second round that can overachieve like that. Like that's the shit that I love.
Well, I love Zach Martin. I mean,
Zach Martin's on my list.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I didn't have any honorable mentions because we could go the Dirks. We could go.
Not drafted by us though.
There's a technicality there.
No, drafted by Milwaukee.
Was Luka the same way too?
Mm-hmm. Luka was drafted by Atlanta and just traded. You trade their rights on draft night, but
right.
Like you leave that night on your team, but technically
they have the hat of the other team.
Right. Like when he got selected, he wore, you could see him. He's wearing a Hawks hat.
Yeah. I will get an honorable mention. I got a shoehorn soccer in here somewhere.
Sorry, I'm scrolling through and then there's that Remy Malik meme in the middle of all my Mount Rushmore stuff.
Shout out FC Dallas for drafting Breck Shea.
Shout out.
He was a true draft pick before the times of just signing homegrowns and not really the draft kind of taking a back seat in a time where like the MLS Super Draft was like the main like kind of mechanism to acquire young players. He was a national team player. We sold him. He went off to Europe and failed. and then came back to America and played. Not for us, but came back. But he was one of my favorite players. He was really exciting to watch. He's a Texas kid too, so pretty cool.
That's cool.
I got to shoehorn soccer. I'll shoehorn some more soccer in later. FC Dallas starts next weekend.
All right, mine. First one's a Texas Ranger, and again, these are guys that I was stoked about. So this didn't really work out for him, but his name was Blake Bevan.
Yeah.
Bevan.
Blake Bevan, yep.
Blake Bevan. Mm-hmm. He was an Arlington kid, so we drafted him. I think we got him 17th overall. What's it say? He was the 2006 Youth Pitcher of the Year. This was cool. In his junior year, 9-2 with a 0.19 ERA.
Yeah,
that's just a stupid ass number.
You see some of some of these high school numbers of these guys, like Kershaw at Highland Park. Like I think his ERA was even lower than that, and he threw ungodly amount of no hitters.
Yeah, we're talking big schools too. So this was 5A. He had the lowest ERA the year before at 0.36. Jesus. Next year was 0.19. He threw a perfect game. He was the Texas High School Player of the Year. Interesting enough, he did commit to a college, right? You think he can go anywhere. He committed to Navarro.
Weird.
In Corsicana. That's where he committed to. But we drafted him. He never even played for us. He was in our farm system. I looked it up, though. He was traded along with Justin Smoke, who was a pretty good prospect for us. They were packaged in the deal to get us Cliff Lee, though, in 2011. That kind of pushed us over the top to get that pennant. But he only went, I think I saw, where was it somewhere? He only went 16-20 in his career with the 4.16 ERA. So, but I remember when we got him, like I said, he was a young kid. He was like, I was just out of high school. So I thought we were getting this high school kid. I read all about him. I was pretty stoked. Didn't work out.
Remember, what was the acronym for the big three that we had in our pitching rotation in our farm system? It was like DDH, or it was like Dustin Diamond, another kid.
That's a Brady question.
Kid. Yeah, it's a
Brady. Text us when you hear this. Just call us.
But we had like 3 minor league pitchers, and there was an acronym for them, and they're like, none of them. I don't think any of them.
And see, like in baseball, like I'm okay with trading prospects because you can say, oh, this is the number 4 prospect in all of baseball, but you don't know how he's going to project. I'd rather get a guy that's already been in the league for 4 years, and can show that he can play. Like I'm always okay with trading prospects, even though I do have one guy, another Ranger on my list that's young. Okay, this guy. See if you can guess him. Well, you'll probably be able to guess it. I won't even give the hints. We traded up from like 16-6 to get this guy.
Morris Claiborne?
Yeah, it's Morris Claiborne. So in college, he was a unanimous All-American, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
What year was this?
Well, that can't be right. Hold on. That was the next guy. I was like, how did he even go to the Big 12? So this is Morris Claiborne.
What year was this?
2012.
Okay.
He was the Jim Thorpe winner, unanimous All-American. I mean, he was like a can't miss prospect.
I remember
from what it seemed. They said he was the highest rated DB they graded at the time.
Since Dion.
And this was like LSU, top program, SEC, big boy football.
I remember them saying like he was going to be the next Revis Island. Because that's when Revis was like.
So, and at that point, I agreed. I was like, I watched him in college. I was like, I'm okay with what we had to give up to trade to get this guy. I was fucking so stoked when we got Morris Claiborne. And then by the end of the year, it had like clearance rack. His jersey was on sale. And, they like everywhere you go for the following years, like you could get a Claiborne jersey for whatever you wanted. Mm-hmm. But he did win a Super Bowl with Kansas City. Yeah. But yeah, he absolutely peaked in college. But again, I was so stoked when we got him. Okay, this guy. It's another Cowboy. Where did it say we got him? We drafted him in the 8th overall pick in 2002. He made 5 straight Pro Bowl selections from 03 to 07.
What sport?
It's Cowboys.
We drafted him in 02?
02, 8th overall pick. He made 5 straight Pro Bowls for us. He was known as one of the most violent hitters in football.
Oh, Roy Williams.
Roy Williams, dude. I remember watching him in college and him just lighting people up. Like I watched that Red River rivalry game and he made a goal line
jumped
stand.
Over the
and like made a play, and then I was like, and then like whatever 8 months later we got him. I was so fucking stoked when we got Roy Williams, safety from Oklahoma. So for him, which is what I meant, he was the first 2-time All Big 12, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. All-American, unanimous All-American, Jack Tatum winner, Jim Thorpe winner, Bronco Nagurski winner, BCS champion, and then in in the NFL. He was a 5-time Pro Bowl and 1-time All-Pro. So that's a solid career. I think Roy Williams is pretty fucking good.
That good.
In college, he was fantastic. In the pros, he lit it up for like I said, the first 5 years, and then he went to Cincy, and he started falling off. He was just too violent. I think his body just betrayed him. Yeah, but I saw now that he's like a sideline reporter for Oklahoma. So that's cool. He's still in the game. But yeah, I fucking loved when we got what's his name? Roy Williams. I'm looking at other stuff now. Last one, I think I'm gonna go with my last Cowboy, and that's when we got here, I'll do it again for you. Selected, I think he was 16th. I'm not seeing it here. 2014.
Leighton Vander Esch?
Nope. I think he was 2 years later. He was 2010's all-decade team. More all-pros than holding penalties.
Oh, Zach Martin.
Zach Martin. Mainly because at the time, Johnny Manziel came out. He won the Heisman as a freshman. Was a year or two later, he's eligible. So he's coming out, and Jerry wanted him.
Well, and there's the infamous story where Steven physically had to
and restrain. So we came so close. And so when you learn about that, and in hindsight, obviously we made the right decision. But even at the time, I was so stoked to get this interior offensive lineman from Notre Dame because, again, you watch highlights of him, and he reminds me of guys like Tyler Booker. That's why I was stoked about that pick, because that's just a day one starter that you're going to get 10 years out of, and that's a position that you never have to worry about again. He's just locked in.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with guys like that. We watched the draft together and we had mixed feelings, but I think Tyler Booker is going to be a hell of a player. And he's essentially Zach Martin's replacement. So love that pick. My few honorable mentions on here, I had, we got this guy, Rangers in 2023 with the 4th overall pick, Wyatt Langford. So this is after we won the World Series. We're already a really good team. And we just happened to have, or is this the year we won it in 2023? We did win in 2023. He made his appearance in 24. So anyways, we were already a good team, but we had this pick and we were ready to take a win now guy instead of a high school guy or, a young college player to develop. Like Langford went to Florida for 3 or 4 years and he was basically a ready to play now guy. And so we were able to take that risk and get a guy like that was a little bit older. And I just think he's going to be, I hope he pans out to be one of the players that I'm thinking he's going to be for the next 10 years. Last one I'll give is a basketball player, and that's Jalen Brunson. He was the first. He was the first pick of the second round, or no, he wasn't. I think he was the 3rd pick of the 33rd overall. But I think there's only 30 teams in basketball. Anyways, that was the same night we got Luka. We got Jalen Brunson and Luka in the same night, and we should have won a fucking championship with those guys. But somehow we ended up losing both of them for nothing, essentially. But I was already thrilled about the Luka pick, but then to add Brunson to it, because he won 2 national championships, and I think he might have won a player of the year
at a Villanova guy.
Yeah, from Villanova. So he was just, and he's the kind. His dad was, I think his dad played, or his dad was just really connected. But he just understood this is my job. He's just the kind of guy like Zach Martin. You put him in, and you don't have to worry about him. I like that.
Yeah,
and I just remember thinking this is a franchise-changing draft, and Jalen Brunson ended up being. If they did a redraft from that year, Jalen Brunson's the top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Maybe even top 3 pick. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, but Jalen Brunson he's like a 5-time or 3-time All-Star.
Yeah.
So stoked about that pick. The only other 2 I had were 2 Rangers, were Jack Leiter and Rocker Kumar that went back to back out of Vanderbilt, and then when we got Miro Heiskanen in 16, 3rd overall. But I'm not going to lie and be that I know so much about hockey that I knew that was a good pick, but I had people tell me about that pick, and this is going to be one of the premier defenders for the next 10 years, and they were all right.
Did you see, speaking of hockey and Miro, I think what they say, 60% of Finland's starting Olympic lineup are stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to watch that game. I want to watch a Finland game. I want to watch
we're down
America,
to
Canada.
We're down to the semis already.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
I saw today, I think we beat Germany. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They play back-to-back days.
Yeah. It's shaping up to be us and Canada in the final.
Not Finland. Finland's not going to make it.
Maybe
in the quarters or semis, however that go.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I can look it up real quick.
Well, when it gets down to that, I need NBC to send me an alert because I would really like to watch those games. And I saw that there's a new, it's called Miracle, the Boys of 1980.
Yeah.
That talks about that, that amateur hockey team that beat the Soviets and then went ahead and beat Finland. I'd like to watch that. That movie Miracle with Kurt Russell. I'd like to rewatch that too. Just trying to fill time while Matt's looking this up.
So they're in the
wait. What's today? The 15th. So those are 2 days from now. Damn it, I'll be at work.
So no, we're already in the quarters.
Okay.
So we're just waiting on a team. I don't know. I don't see a bracket, but we're waiting on a team.
Same with Canada's waiting.
Slovakia, Canada, Finland.
Oh, okay. So a lot of the teams that I want to watch.
Yeah.
And that is that Wednesday?
February 18th. That would be Wednesday. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I got Wednesday off for one more day, and then I switch to Saturdays.
Yeah. So
I can watch that. That's really cool. Probably going to be weird times though, huh? Since they're on, they're just across. I know NBC replays it, but I wouldn't, dude. If you can tell me I can wake up at like 6 a.m. and watch like America just beat the shit out of Sweden or something, like I'm down.
Yeah. So
okay,
it looks like we're gonna get the winner out of. I mean, I don't know. There's not a bracket to it, but it could. I mean,
it could be one of those 8 teams.
I see us being favorites in any team we play. Because I think Czechia, I think Canada beat them 5-0 today or yesterday. Or
I saw something about the women's team, and it was like 50 shots on goal to
beat
their
them
6.
5-0. And I was watching TikToks, which we're about to get to, so it'll be a good transition. Before the game, they were like, I cannot wait to beat the shit out of America. Talking about the women's game, I cannot wait to beat the shit out of America, so I don't have to hear. Freebird played once, and then it cuts to 5-0 with just Freebird blasting in the background.
And then this. I like the one where it's like, man, I fucking hate this country so time. But then it goes, and then the hockey guys come in and go, red, white, and blue, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's just checking random Canadians into boards or something.
Or it's like the.
I mean, when the Olympics come around, you get a little more.
Yeah.
You get a little more national pride going.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
is this all of them?
Dude, yeah, it's stacked up.
Dude.
It's stacked up.
Press one.
So I'm gonna just start from the bottom here.
Okay. Oh shit! This guy escaping a bear.
There he is.
Oh my god!
There's the fucking bear, and the bear's like, "What the fuck was that?"
He probably just saved that dude's life.
He did, but he fucking keeps. You know how terrifying that would be.
Well. I'm not a fast runner anymore, but I would think the adrenaline would be crazy, but I don't think I win that race.
So this one...
He should have sacrificed his drone and just crashed into the guy. Yeah. I mean,
that bear would have just... It's like...
Yeah, but maybe that's all it takes, right?
I don't know. That's deep snow.
And then I'm saying, he's in the middle of the forest. Where the fuck you going, buddy?
That's deep snow, too.
Hopefully he made it out. We have no conclusion of that video.
Clue. We have no clue. This one, let me see if I can keep the sports all together. This one right here makes me laugh out loud every fucking time.
Good morning, sir. What's your name? Yeah, you. Yes. Daniel Saxon, sir. Your name's not. What's your name again? Daniel Saxon, sir. But I don't believe that.
Buttfucker 3000. Oh, dude.
He forgot to change his name. He was in a lobby or he's in the Zoom call with his buddies, and his fucking his name was Buttfucker 3000, and then he had to be in front of a judge, and he forgot to change it. What an idiot!
Yeah, that's just taking an L on that day.
Yeah.
Hopefully the judge was, I don't know,
and I think
lenient.
And I think we're not getting audio because I've got it screen sharing up here. But I think it's maybe for this, maybe I'll stop screen sharing.
Wait, so it's not picking up audio?
I mean, it's not picking up. I mean, I think the mics are picking up the TV.
Oh, so it's probably very faint.
Yeah, it's probably very, very faint. So let me see if I can.
So if we don't, just watch on your on your laptop.
Yeah,
I got you.
So yeah, that one's kind of conspiracy theorist. I wonder if I have any more just funny ones out right here. Oh, let me see if I can fix this. So we've got this ready to go. That should be good. You know what?
Just hold your mic up to the volume, maybe.
Frank sucks.
Oh, buddy! What's up, bro? Yo, I would back up if I were you. I'm about to splash the shit out of this dude. All right? Why? Because he's a f***ing Jets fan. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Dude, as much as I hate the Eagles, I gotta respect
I
that
love
fandom.
their fan.
Yeah,
like,
I've mentioned it before. I think Philadelphia might have the best fan base, like as a whole in the country. Second place might be like Boston, but those guys are just fucking dedicated,
dude.
and it's like a brotherhood, which I respect.
They have nothing else going on for them. That's
why. Just sports and fentanyl.
That's why, yeah. So now I'm not gonna try to keep the sports all together, but I'm just gonna go in order. So this was a wild one.
The greatest stat in the history of football. Wow. Which is that Tom Brady never took a single snap in a professional football game in which his team was mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
What?
That's crazy.
Really?
Not one snap in one game did he ever
That's fucking
take.
crazy.
And see, to me, that's where the GOAT debate kind of
it kind of ends it.
That kind of ends it. And
I feel like there is no GOAT debate with quarterbacks. Like it's settled.
And so
maybe in 2050, but it's going to take a guy like it's going to take even like Patrick Mahomes isn't going to get there. I don't think. I think their window's closing.
Well, I said that too, but then I went back and looked. Tom Brady went 10 years between Super Bowl.
But Mahomes got to have that longevity though.
He's got to.
He's got to play for another 10 years at a high level.
So going back to another GOAT debate, and I showed Landry this, and it just sent him into he just fucking crashed out because he's a Ronaldo guy. So I'm
of football, only 471 players have ever won the World Cup. Of that group, 80 players have won the World Cup and the Champions League. Of that absolutely elite group, 9 players have won the World Cup, Champions League, and a Ballon d'Or. And then of that group, only 2 players have won all.
Ballon d'Or for the uneducated in soccer. The Ballon d'Or is the world's best player, so it's like the Heisman of soccer for the world. The Ballon d'Or.
All those awards and the Golden Boot. One of them is Jared Muller. Of those 2 players, only one has won the World Cup, the Champions League, the Ballon d'Or, the Golden Boot, and the World Cup Golden Ball. And it is.
So the Golden Boot is the most goals scored in the world, like in a league season.
And who was the other guy on the list?
Gerd Muller. He played for Germany back in the day.
Like a Bayern Munich guy?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then what do you say? The World Cup Golden Ball, most goals scored at a World Cup.
Of course, Messi. And the maddest thing of all is that he's not just won all of these once. He's won 4 Champions Leagues, 8 Ballon d'Ors, which is more than anyone, 4 Golden Boots, which is, again, more than anyone.
It was 6.
Only player to win the World Cup Golden Ball twice. By far the most complete and decorated footballer the sport has ever witnessed. If there ever was a GOAT, then it's got to be Messi.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know enough about Ronaldo, but can I see, has he won?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, has he won? He hasn't won a World Cup, though.
No, that's the only thing missing.
And
from
he
his
hasn't won the
resume.
World Cup MVP or whatever that is, right? Because I would assume that
Golden
goes to the winner.
The Golden Ball is the most goals. It's the top goal
so
scorer.
it could just be anybody, but you got to make a deep run, though, probably.
You could be eliminated in the group stage and win Golden.
But how many,
Golden
do you know
Ball.
how many, what the fuck? Cut myself. I wonder how many Ronaldo would up.
Now, Ronaldo does have he's approaching, he's in 800 or 900 career goal territory. He's scored a ton of fucking goals. And to me, I like having the debate with my son because it fucking enrages him.
You like to just break his heart.
I just like to just poke him.
Yeah.
And I used to be, you either have to. We are lucky enough to live in the time that we are not seeing. It's like having Jordan and Jordan in the same era. Or I don't know. We're getting.
Well,
to watch.
I remember it was like watching Brady and Manning go at it.
Yeah,
that was pretty close. Where it's like these are 2 of the greatest that I've ever seen. Might be the greatest, 2 of the best of all time.
Yeah, and we're getting to watch them at the same time.
We'd get multiple matchups.
Usually, we get these once a generation. We've got 2 of these guys, and they're playing in the same time.
Yeah.
And this summer's going to be really special.
You just got to appreciate it.
Yeah. That's my overall thing. Is you have to appreciate it. And the summer's going to be really special because it's the last one for both of them, and it's here. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching
All right,
as much as I can.
This one's a little long, but it's I don't know. So the caption says Uncle damages casket, so it couldn't be reused.
Who the
And they're
fuck
at a
reuses
funeral.
caskets?
When I first saw this video, I was super confused. Like, what is this dude crashing out for? And why is he disturbing this man's casket? But after doing some research, learned that he was damaging the casket so that it won't be reused. That's right, you heard me, damaging the casket so that it won't be reused. And y'all might think that what he's doing is absolutely wild, but hear me out, because it was maybe a few months ago, I made a video about why we never see new cemeteries open.
You saw something.
And we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
We don't see new cemeteries open, and we don't see old cemeteries get full. And then they make y'all leave before they put your loved ones in the ground and cover them up with dirt. How do you know they're there? Unc is out there smashing the casket because he's seen that casket one too many times. All right.
Weird.
Let me know what you think in the comments. If y'all made it this far in the video, I appreciate you.
Here it goes a little wild.
Y'all know that the people or the company who makes glitter doesn't tell us the process that's used to make glitter, or the starting components, I guess, of glitter before it actually becomes glitter. My theory is this. And let me say this, because there was a reporter who went in and interviewed somebody, and that person said that I can't tell you how the glitter starts out, but I can say that you would recognize what it is, whatever that is. What if it's our loved ones, y'all? What if?
That's where he kind of loses me. But
Does he think it's people getting like cremated after they get brought up?
Yeah, like they don't actually just bury them. They just,
Dude, that's such a scam anyways. Like $10,000 to bury somebody.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. Just burn
it's
me.
like $15,000 to be born and then another 15 to die.
Yeah, like fuck that.
Yeah.
And the whole time in between is just misery and work.
All right.
I'm just getting cremated.
Frank sucks. He doesn't help pay for pizza even though himself and his family
This is around Christmas time.
freeloading by not staying at a hotel and is receiving a free trip to Paris with first-class tickets. He steals airplane cutlery, he tells naughty jokes to kids, showers with the doors open, sleeps during kids' Christmas pageants, and is always berating Kevin. But what if this points to something more sinister? What if Uncle Frank is sick of his brother Peter and living in his shadow? Peter has all the money, a bigger and better family, and the looks. I'm thinking that after Peter wouldn't deal him into a current business venture, Frank had enough. He knew that the family would be gone over the holidays, so he tipped off the wet bandits about the house. The deal was that he would provide a bunch of intel on the house in exchange for half of everything they robbed from the entire house and the rest of the neighborhood. What if Frank decided the night before they left that he had enough of Kevin too, and he was going to devise a plan to keep Kevin at the house to get offed by the wet bandits? Peter asked Frank to wake Kevin up the hectic morning of the flight, and Frank agreed, but purposely left him upstairs. This is why Frank isn't shocked to learn about Kevin's disappearance on the plane. Unfortunately, his perfect plan to knock off his nephew and steal from his brother was foiled by Kevin's heroics. Frank sucks.
See, and again, I was probably on another level when I saved that one too. But the only problem with that theory is like, how did you know to orchestrate Kevin getting mad at Buzz for eating the cheese pizza, pushing Buzz, knocking over the milk or whatever was spilt all over the boarding passes?
Mm-hmm.
Like how did you know that? Did you orchestrate that too?
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of Yeah. I don't know. I like fan theories though, like that. Like I like shit like that where again you're like 2 a.m. and you're like going down this dark rabbit hole and you're laying in bed, can't go to sleep thinking about this shit.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, man.
Like, that motherfucker was
he tasked to wake him up? And then I was like, I think he was.
James Vanderbeek. Did you see that, they started a GoFundMe for him?
Yeah.
And then you see that a month before he died, they bought like almost a $5 million ranch.
Damn.
It's like $4.8 million in Texas. And they're like, well, I guess they weren't hurting that bad. But they're like, well, rich people consider that what they consider poor or broke is a lot different than what we consider
and then
broke.
Maybe they did it just so the family would have like a final home and they don't have to work.
Yeah, but then after he died, they were like, oh, help, we need money. Like, and they started to GoFundMe and raised over $1 million. And it's like, well, you could have sold that fucking house for $4.8 million.
Sure. All right. Here's another. I think the next 3 are conspiracy.
Oh, hell yeah.
He has a safe full of legitimate Mandela effects. So I got the Berenstein Bears, not Berenstain Bears.
Has he got a copy of Shazam in that fucker? With Sinbad?
It's an actual book. I also have the Shazam VHS.
I love that he keeps it in the
Last but not
safe.
least, it's paint, by the way. It's not
Fruit of the Loom.
what you guys are all talking shit before.
Yeah.
Which I
Hold on, let me
I think I remember that too.
I'll tell you how.
If you guys can see the cornucopia.
Yeah, so there's the cornucopia.
Yeah, I remember that, dude.
There it is, folks.
See the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom tag? So Fruit of the Loom denies ever having a cornucopia.
He has
So I remember the cornucopia because I was like, why is there a bugle in with the fruit?
Like some weird wicker basket.
Yeah, but I thought it looked like a bugle, like the chip.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of bugle, like the instrument you play.
No.
That's called
my
something
kid
else.
brain was like, why? I get the fruit of the loom, but that's how I remember it was there. And I was like,
Yeah.
to me, I was like, why was there a bugle there? And then it wasn't until I was older and I learned, what the it was.
Yeah, I still wouldn't be able to tell you that's a cornucopia.
But I
like.
remember seeing tags like on my shirt.
I do too, dude. I really do remember that.
And being like, there's fruit in a bugle. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I get the fruit of the loom, but why is there a bugle chip in there?
Of the 3, that's what I remember most. Because, I don't know, the Sinbad movie, like, I get it confused with Kazal or whatever that Shaq was in.
Shazam was a real thing. I've seen it.
Probably watched it from Hastings.
Conspiracy theory about why the 49ers are always so injured. And honestly,
Is it their field?
making sense. And it's all due to this electrical substation that is 100 yards away from the stadium and the practice field. And before we get into it, all credit goes to this guy who said this back in October, and also this guy who did a very detailed analysis on this issue. But since the Niners moved to Levi's Stadium back in 2014, they have been by far the most injured team in the NFL, and it's not close. And the 49ers alone suffer more Achilles and patellar tendon ruptures than the league average. Now, of course, many logical people were thinking, okay, it's got to be Levi's turf, or maybe just Kyle Shanahan being so aggressive. But when people started looking into this, they saw all these other teams playing at Levi's, and their Achilles weren't just rupturing out of nowhere. But apparently, according to retired 49er John Feliciano, this theory has been floating around the locker room for years. And by the way, if you want more sports content that you don't see on ESPN, make sure you're following. So this guy decided to put it to the test. And this man went to the 49ers practice facility with a Gauss meter to measure the electromagnetic fields. Now, apparently for a home or an office, the normal range is 0.5 to 3 milligauss. But at the far edge of the Niners practice field, it read an 8.5 on a Monday when demand for electricity was actually very low. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking this too. How the hell does this have any correlation with someone's body? Apparently, there are thousands of peer-reviewed studies that say that chronic exposure to these low-frequency fields can significantly weaken collagen. And collagen is a building block of tendons and ligaments. And this chronic exposure just makes those tendons and ligaments so weak that when a professional athlete goes to do professional athlete things, it just freaking explodes. But let me know what you think about this. Is this crazy, or does it
So what is it? It's some kind of electrical
So
field?
it's like an electrical substation, which I'm assuming, I don't know what a substation does, but maybe it brings the power in and then, I don't know, maybe disperses it out.
Distributes it around the city.
But this has been picked up now by like major.
Say, can they not fucking do that somewhere else?
I don't.
I mean, I'm sure it's not as easy as just packing your shit up and moving,
No,
but
it's like a whole
I mean,
ass facility.
if
Like,
this is legit and like affecting guys, like fuck that. If I'm a player, I'm like, I'm not playing over
but yeah,
there.
like no, like the story and the theory is like got legs, and like now like they're like actually like looking into it and not
because
somewhat it giving it like, yeah, this may be an issue.
Well, if you're the owner of the 49ers, you're like, look, this is hurting my investment. Like we have to make a change because I'm losing. You know, if I don't win a championship, it hurts my team.
All right. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
This was taken in Tel Aviv 6 hours ago. See the sign up here? And this guy looks awfully familiar walking around with armed security guard. Yeah, looks like the guy that's been in the news lately, right? Slap a beard, long hair, and some...
Does that?
It kind of looks like Jim Carrey mixed with Jon Stewart.
That looks like the guy to me. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Glasses
think
on him so that nobody would recognize him. And if you don't believe me, I'll give you some proof. This was released by CBS News today. A blurry orange image that was shown in the 15-minute span that all security cameras went out the night he lost his life. Newly released FBI analysis of the footage, a flash of orange appears to be going to the L tier stairs. Could possibly be an inmate escorted to the tier, the same tier where he was held. Here's another analysis from an independent source. It's possible someone is carrying inmate line in or bedding up the stairs. I know this isn't a lot, but this is the first footage in 9 years we've seen during that 15-minute window when the cameras went down. So obviously they have footage. By the way, this is his YouTube from the file. He had a YouTube channel that people are talking about. He made Minecraft videos. But back to this photo. Do you think that that's him? Not to mention his girlfriend in 2023 saying this in the present tense. This was taken in...
I like how it was in Israel too, so that kind of checks out.
I think he was a Mossad agent.
Well, it's all about blackmail, right? Like
Yeah,
you get the most
yeah.
powerful people to do terrible things.
Yeah.
You record it, and now you go, you can do whatever the fuck. I'm going to do whatever I want. You're going to do it for me, or I got dirt on you.
I really
you
think
know?
he was a Mossad agent.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's just a terrible world.
Real footage from a documentary called 7 Up. Now, these filmmakers interviewed the same group of kids every 7 years of their lives, starting at age 7 and following them all the way up into their 60s.
Wow.
And when you watch it, there's this weird, uncomfortable feeling that you just can't shake. Because the kids blink, and they're adults. And the adults blink, and now they're elderly. And you start thinking, wait, when did all this time pass?
So it's 7 years since we did this.
It's flown by, Michael. Just gone.
So today, for episode 1 of Psychology Week, I want to ask a question that messes with everyone. Why does time feel like it speeds up as we get older? Quick brain teaser. Think about Pokemon Go. People were outside. Servers were crashing. It felt like yesterday. That was almost a decade ago.
Yeah,
If that surprised you even a little bit, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Here's what's actually happening. Time itself isn't moving faster. Your brain just stopped counting it in the same way. You see, your brain doesn't measure time in minutes. It measures time in memories. When your life is full of new experiences, your brain drops pins everywhere. First day of school, new city, new job, new relationship. Lots of pins means time feels long. But as you get older, life gets efficient. You take the same routes, the same routines. You have the same conversations. So your brain stops pinning moments. And when there's fewer pins, time feels like it collapses. Think of it like a book. A book with lots of chapters feels long. And a book where every page looks the same feels short, even if it's the same length. Now, psychology backs this up. Novelty stretches time. Repetition is what compresses it. That's why childhood summers felt endless, even though they were only 2 months. And the last 5 years feel like they vanished. Now, before I wrap this up, if this topic hits for you, I just released a new episode of my...
Yeah, so that was...
I get that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That was like the first explanation that made sense. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Like,
because it is a lot of new experiences, so it's a lot of stuff to remember.
Yeah.
But like you said, now
it's just
it's like I go to work, I get off, I hang out with the kids, we do some shit, go to bed. And it's like the only thing I'll remember about this year is if we took a vacation or if we had a big moment, like if we bought something major for the kids, like
dropping a pin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so now I might, instead of having 10 of those a year, I might have 3 or 2.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just, man, like looking back at stuff, like I'll look at pictures of the kids and dude, I'll try not to cry, you know, while I'm looking at these pictures. I'm like, it felt like you were just 5 years old and you just see, they look like babies up until they get to about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
You know, even when they're 5, 6, 7, it's like, you look so like such a baby. And now Elizabeth's just growing up so fucking fast. You know, it's crazy.
Landry too. I mean, he's
Landry out here wearing a chain and shit. I was like, damn, big dog.
You should see like he's into like,
well, he is the Rizzler.
Yeah, he is the Rizzler. And like he's into like fragrances now and like making sure like
gotta smell good.
Yeah, like he smells good and like he's got. We were in the car.
I'm sure there's a girl.
We
that's
were
cute.
no, we were in the car the other night and he's like, I got a text from a weird number and dad me was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
He goes, and then he goes, yeah, I got this text. He goes, hold on. He goes, oh, it's this girl, Sophie, from my class.
Ew.
I don't even know how she got my number. So like, yeah, like he's already, it's just, you're right. I mean, like, and he's getting so big and it's gone.
Yep.
Precise says the NFL should no longer host Super Bowls in California because the taxes cost the players too much money. Okay, watch this.
For winning the Super Bowl, the winning team, each player gets $178,000. In other words, the Super Bowl isn't a part of their salary. And because the game was played in California, and California has a jock tax, they look at
that's the real name.
I bet.
days, So each team spends 7 days in the state of California. So those are 7 duty days, and they pierce your regular salary at 3.5%. So he has to pay when you take into account he got the $178,000 plus his overall salary. He has to pay the state of California for spending 7 days there $249,000. That's just so stupid.
And that's for one player, and we got...
That's $250,000 to stay there for 7 days in California?
I stopped liking California a long time ago, but I'm really beginning to hate them.
They tax the living shit out of people.
Why would any celebrities or athletes ever want to be there?
It's such a beautiful place, and it's ruined by idiots. $250,000 from one player?
And they're broke. And California's broke.
He can afford it. No, the state of California can afford it.
The state of California can afford
it. They do not.
I don't think the state of California is broke, but I mean, they have like the 4th largest economy in the world. But it's big probably because of stuff like that,
Yeah,
you know?
stuff like that.
I mean, they tax the shit, but they know it's like with New York and California, like rich people live there for a reason, right? It's beautiful. And there's a lot, it's like the center hub for a lot of their business. It's like, where are you going to go? You're going to go to Nebraska where you can get a better tax rate, but you know, you're going to be in Nebraska. So I think they're looking at them as like, we kind of got him by the balls here.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous. You wouldn't.
Oh, I know. It is ridiculous. I mean, that jock tax is pretty fucking stupid.
All right. So this is the last one. And I think I'd saved this one before he passed. Yeah.
Did you know in Varsity Blues, James Vanderbeek plays the lead role of Mox, a high school quarterback, but he needed a lot of help in bringing that character to life. Anytime you see him throwing a football in any meaningful way, it's not James Vanderbeek doing the throwing. He was so bad at throwing a football that it would have been impossible to believe him as an actual quarterback. There was no way to cover up his shortcomings with camera trickery or editing, so the filmmakers hired Peter Gardere to be James Vanderbeek's stunt double whenever he had to throw a ball. Gardere was a former college quarterback at the University of Texas and started 4 seasons for the Texas Longhorns, and was the only quarterback in Longhorn history to win 4 straight games in the Red River rivalry against Oklahoma. This is the only movie Gardere had ever worked on, but it made sense to get a real quarterback to bring it to life. And why not get a Texas legend? Did you also know that the famous whipped cream bikini that Ali Larter sports in the movie wasn't made from whipped cream? It was switched from the sugary pie topper to the standard shaving cream when it was discovered that whipped cream just didn't stick quite right when trying to apply it. They also realized that even if it was able to stay on, it would all melt very quickly under the lights, much quicker than the scene could be filmed. So Mox might have thought that she looked...
Boy, would I love to be the prop guy that day when we found that out.
Oh, it took about 4 tries before we figured this out. That's a movie that we got to review. And I'd like to bring back the movie review, but it's got to be special occasions, like special guests. But this movie will be reviewed.
So, fun fact.
He did.
The stadium that that they played their home games on was in Georgetown, and that's where we played our state championship game.
Nice. So you and Mox both got glory on that field.
I was on the bench, but yeah. So yeah, that's TikTok, and yeah, that was a lot. But it'd been a while, so
it's been a while.
I just stacked them up. That guy's a psychopath, isn't he?
Who?
Aaron Lewis.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he's like a fucking MAGA.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I just like that song.
Yeah, dude. I love Stained.
Yeah, me and Clay, every time we'll say it's been a while, we just got to bust down to some Aaron Lewis.
Yeah, dude. No, back in the day, for
since
me,
I've gone and fucked things up, dude, just like
me and my 14-year-old self thought that song spoke. That was for me.
Fucking hard,
like,
dude.
If I couldn't go somewhere, I put that song on.
Slam your door, put your middle fingers up on the side of the door for like your parents, and then put on some Stained and just sing it, dude.
For me, Creed, Stained, all that stuff, dude. Back in the day,
we thought we were so cool,
so edgy,
so edgy and cool, yeah. And now we're just giving hot dog rollers for Christmas gifts.
We gotta eat Tums before we go to bed.
Oh, dude, hold on, I got some in my pocket.
Nope,
I dropped one.
No, I'm good.
I just chew off corners. Oh no, I did drop one. It's okay. I bought more at the house. I'm gonna have one right now.
So what else we got?
I guess questions, Mount Rushmores, and then we'll talk some Cowboys.
We already did Mount Rushmore.
I meant questions and hills.
Okay.
And then talk some Cowboys.
All right.
Do you have any, or you just want me to go? You think I would have more since we haven't done this in so long, but I really don't.
My hill to die on is about. I already went over it. Just Facebook and Facebook Marketplace specifically, or just like it's the worst place on the internet.
You're not wrong. Okay, I can't remember. I think I talked about this with Jacob.
Can I name the name of this episode Buttfucker 3000?
What that mean? I don't know.
Would that go?
It's not like anybody's going to fucking listen anyway, so. Okay, I'll do heels first.
All right.
Man, I really don't know if I said this or not with Jacob, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I put on here that people don't brainstorm anymore. They just use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like I remember in school, it'd be like, okay, we would have brainstorming sessions where we would just sit down and like come up with ideas. And I feel like that's really good for mental development. And you're just taking that away. And I see all these commercials about like, hey, this makes your job easier. Look, just punch this in and you're on break. And it's like, they're going to take your job away, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's coming where AI can just get to the point of just replacing people.
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
I should have saved it. For the TikTok segment, but I saw a TikTok where he had a AI agent on a computer and he had an AI agent on a phone. And I forget what the scenario was, but it was like, "Hi, I'm so and so. I'm an AI agent designed to do blah blah blah." And she's like, "Oh, I'm also an AI agent, and I can help you with that request." And then they have a couple exchanges in English, and they were like, "Should we switch to blah 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 mode for better efficiency?" And so they start talking in a AI generated.
Oh, they have their own language
made up
now.
language.
Wow, well that's not fucking terrifying.
I'm telling you, AI. Like I use ChatGPT, of course, to help with like Facebook ads and like help me like word stuff and like give me like like catchy titles and like like little things like that.
Brainstorm it, dude. I'll help you.
AI,
we'll brainstorm together.
AI. We got to slow the fuck down with this.
Yeah,
shit.
there's like it's all gas, no brakes, man.
Yeah,
it's just a wild west, and there's no regulation to it.
Yep.
I mean, it's terrifying, and it's going to get to the point where like our kids' generations aren't going to be able to tell reality.
I have to tell Andrew all the time. He'll show me a video, and I'm like, "Buddy, that's not real."
I have people my age send me stuff, and I'm like, "That's not a real video."
That's not real.
They're like, "Can you believe this?" And I'm like, it's fake, can't you tell? But it's getting very close. And have you seen the videos from like 5 years ago of Will Smith eating spaghetti?
Yeah.
And now, and it's like, I saw a comment, it's like, I like how our unit of measurement is Will Smith eating spaghetti and how much it's progressed to where it's now. It's like,
that's our litmus.
they're saying like, that's
our Mendoza line.
Yeah, like that's how we judge this now is Will Smith eating spaghetti. Okay. I think that Arnold Schwarzenegger is the ultimate American success story. He's an immigrant.
Yeah.
Came here just with literally like the sweat and everything that he built for himself.
Yeah.
Movie star. He ends up being like the highest paid movie star. He marries a fucking Kennedy, which is like a royal, basically American royalty for a point. Becomes a governor of California. And now he just like smokes cigars and just does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like the American success story to me.
Yeah. And
I put on here that Mick Foley's pain threshold is matched only by Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah.
We rewatched that movie. I think it was the second one. It was Lost in New York. And dude, like they just wanted to kill Marv. Like he got hit so many times. Like there's one scene where Kevin's like on a 5-story building and he is just throwing bricks. And Marv just takes like 5 to the head. And I'm like, he should be dead right now. This brain swelling would kill him.
Again, there was a TikTok that did a like Mythbusters style breakdown of Home Alone 1 and 2, and I think they would have been dead within like in Home Alone 1 they would have been dead within like 10 minutes. Like
dude, these are some violent shots this kid's giving them.
Marv I guess Harry would have died from the flamethrower on top of the head. Like it
melted his skull probably.
It would have essentially cooked his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then...
But you're watching as a kid and you're just yucking it up. It's so funny.
And then I forget the first time Marv would have died, but it was very quick.
We watched the second one, and I think I counted 3. So then there's one where he's swinging the paint cans down the hallway, and they miss, but then he drops like a heavy bar, and it catches them, and then they fall like 30 feet and land, and then the bar falls on them, and I'm like, that's death right there.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home Alone's it's on our Christmas movie watch every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
The second one's solid too.
Yeah,
I love the second one.
Good. Did you see the stupid fan theory where the pigeon lady, people were saying the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2 was Piers Morgan?
She does kind of look like him. It's like his older sister or something, but I could see that. I saw this guy recently on a commercial and it just creeps me out every time, but the Trivago guy with his big fucking porcelain teeth. There's a commercial, and he's just grinning like a fucking idiot. Like he wants you to see it so bad. But I put the Trivago guy and Matthew Stafford look so dumb with their porcelain teeth. It just creeps me out. Just do Trivago guy, like smile. Or, you know,
oh,
teeth.
there it is. Teeth.
Teeth, big teeth. See, in the next one says big teeth. There's like, they made memes of it, but. And in every,
that's Jurgen Klopp.
He's a soccer player, right?
He's
or something
coach.
like that.
Yeah, he coached Liverpool.
Okay, well, he looks fucking crazy with those teeth.
Yeah, that's Jurgen
And he's
Klopp.
grinning like a goddamn idiot in every commercial.
That's fucking that's Jurgen Klopp.
Okay, it just creeps me out.
Put some respect on his name.
Is he pretty? He's a pretty good coach.
He's a really good manager, yeah.
Manager.
Yeah.
Well, he creeps me out.
Yeah, that's fair.
What was the? I had. That's a question. I'll come back to that. Oh, I got this. Watching those Sewell dealership commercials makes it seem like it's a weird fucking cult. You know what I'm talking about? They're like, sometimes I'll go to Sewell just for 3 or 4 hours just to hang out. And they're like, sometimes I go because they're like family, and they, and I'm like, y'all go to a fucking car dealership on your weekend just to hang out? It's fucking weird. I know, but the way that they make it seem through the commercials, they're like, sometimes I'll leave my wife and I'll just go to the dealership and hang out. And I'm like, that's fucking weird, dude.
I will say my sister has bought several cars.
Oh, she drives a Sewell?
Yeah. And I've had to I went with her a couple of times, like get service, and they do.
It is next level.
Dude, it's unreal. Like they'll buy you lunch. They're like, what do you want?
Yeah. See,
they're like, what do you want? Like, we'll DoorDash whatever you want.
That's your sister with money.
Yeah.
Because I'm a cash car. Like, here's $5,000. Let me just get the title from the guy.
Like they won't take no for an answer, and their customer service is like next to none. Like,
okay, so they're like the Chick-fil-A of car dealerships.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck.
If I could ever afford any of their brands, I would buy from them. But it's like Sewell Audi, Sewell Cadillac, Sewell.
I mean, I know they're a high-end dealership.
Yeah.
Okay, this one happened in real life, and I didn't get pissed, but I told her, like, you don't do that. So I was getting ice, right? And we have like old school ice, it's like the kind you get in a tray and you got to break it out. Mm-hmm. And one fell, and Claire was standing right there, and she picked it up off the floor and she put it in my cup.
Ooh,
and I said, you don't get to make that decision.
She pulled a Craig from Friday on you.
Dude, my hill to die on that's my water. I don't, if that was me, I'm putting that ice in the sink. That's not going in my cup.
You're better than me. I'm kicking it out of the fridge.
No, I'll pick it up and I'll at least let it. But she picked it right up and just chunked it in my water. And I was like, I'm not drinking that fucking water. That ice was on the floor. We have dogs and kids and tracking shit in every day. I was like, she thought I was weird, but I immediately was like, you don't get to make that choice. That's my water. You just made an executive decision. My choice. You went over me and made an executive decision. Yeah, my water, my choice. That's a good show title. My water, my choice.
Do you remember that scene from Friday where Craig's high as hell and he gets it, and his dad asks him to get him water, and like he drops the ice cube and everything's in slow motion, and it's like the ice cube hits the floor and you see it bouncing, and then he's like staring at it and he just picks it up and puts it in his drink.
You don't do that. You can do that for your drink because that's your water, your choice. My water, my choice. Don't do that. I just put another hill to die on. If I'm eating, the whole elbows on the table rule is bullshit. Like I put both elbows on the table the whole time. Me too. I said I'm getting old because I'm at the point where I prefer oatmeal to cereal. I've been eating so much oatmeal in the morning, especially in the morning or on the mornings when I'm off.
I don't know about that one.
Dude, it's that apple cinnamon.
Yeah, it's good.
I tear it up. I had some this morning. I'm off tomorrow. I'm going to have oatmeal and coffee.
I like oatmeal. I just don't know if I like it more than cereal. I like oatmeal from a health standpoint better.
Let me hear. Here, I put milk in it and then a little sugar and I put a little butter and I mix it all up.
But no,
and I still fuck with cereal. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't had a bowl of cereal in the morning in a while. I had cereal a couple weeks ago for dinner, but I can actually have cereal for dinner and be okay. I won't eat oatmeal for dinner.
Yeah, no, oatmeal's
not
very
that poor
good.
yet.
Oatmeal's very good. Like apple cinnamon, the brown sugar one.
See, that's what Claire fucks with. But I'm an apple cinnamon guy all day.
Yeah. I like
okay.
oatmeal.
Last hill. Putting raw meat on an open wound is gross, and it can't be good for the wound, and it ruins the meat. You know, like in a movie, you see, I got hit in the face, and somebody get like a raw steak.
Oh, like in The Sandlot. Yeah.
We were watching Harry Potter. I'll get into that. We started the series, and we're watching like Order of the Phoenix, and Hagrid just got raw meat on his face, and I'm like, that is so fucking nasty. It's an open wound. You're getting all this raw meat into a wound. And then you're not going to cook the meat, right? Because now you got blood on germs on it from your wound.
Well,
So
you'll cook it out.
yeah, but it's just gross, isn't it?
That's gross.
It's pretty
And
gross. I was like, you can get an ice pack. Why are you going to get a fucking $30 steak?
Could they do that in Lord of the Rings or?
Hey, there's snow somewhere on the mountains.
No, it's funny you say that because we showed. Well, I don't know. I think you'd seen it, but we'd watched Sandlot the other night, like 2 weeks ago, and he
I'm like,
he's learning to play
gross.
catch. He gets hit and he slapped a big
I feel
old
like
rib
that's
on
the
it.
thing that happened like before we would see it growing up, but it was like in movies that were made already. Like my dad never gave me a fucking
piece of steak,
Salisbury steak to put on a wound, and if
Put
he did,
this
I'd be
ribeye on
like,
it, boy.
that's fucking gross. Like, no, give me an ice pack.
Just or at least a bag of frozen peas or some shit.
Yeah, now that's practical, right? Because it's wrapped in a bag.
Yeah.
We would. I always just get ice and put it in like a sandwich bag. I had to do that for my back, and probably will do it again this weekend. But yeah, just raw meat on an open wound. That's gross. Don't do it, people. Okay, moving on to questions. I asked because I'm literally asking you right now. What was the last sitcom you watched?
Shoresy. I don't know if that's.
Oh yeah, because anything with
sitcom.
like a scripted show, right? So Big Brother doesn't count.
Okay, yeah.
It's been a while
Shoresy.
for me, dude. What about you finished the whole thing? I guess Shoresy's not a long show. There's probably only a couple seasons.
Well, and it's still ongoing.
Like Parks and Rec.
Parks and
I
Rec.
know you probably watched every episode of that.
Yeah, I've seen it 4 or 5 times all the way through. The League, I've seen it 4 or 5 times all the way through.
So shows like that, like modern, kind of modern, not like you're an adult, right? You're out of your parents' house. What shows have you watched?
Yeah, The League, Parks and Rec, The Office.
Yeah, and see, I had that. I had Parks and Rec, The Office, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I kind of put them all in the same category.
Yeah.
And then the other show that I really like, dude, and I got through this when we lived on Water Street, but Modern Family.
Modern
I like
Family's
that show.
great. Yeah. It's really
Claire
good.
Duffy, fucking smoke show, dude.
Oh yeah.
I would probably take over Sofia Vergara. That's a hill to die on right there.
That's fair.
That is fair, dude.
Remember,
she is a
remember
beautiful
her
woman.
Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, and then she's in the second one and she dies like really early.
Oh damn, I haven't seen it.
Oh. Well, spoiler alert. But yeah, that is a beautiful woman. Okay, more questions. I only got a few. How do you prepare your spaghetti? Do you do meat sauce or meatballs?
Meat sauce.
Sometimes we do meatballs though.
Sometimes we
really
do.
Fucking good.
Sometimes we do.
But we're traditionally a meat sauce family. Okay, this was an actual thing that happened here because I've been playing scratch offs.
Hold on, can we go back to spaghetti?
Oh, absolutely.
So,
doesn't your wife eat something weird with it? What does she eat?
She just serves green beans on the side because, like, when she was growing up, they like needed something like
classic
green.
Italian dish.
Yeah, right.
Of course.
And when we got together, I was like, "That's fucking psychotic." And she was like, "Y'all didn't have like a green with your." I was like, "Yeah, salad.
Yeah, like a real normal person.
Like a salad, not fucking green beans." But I mean, we've
it's just a
we've
family
been married
thing.
12 years now, so
Yeah.
now it's like, but she loves she could eat green beans every day. Like sometimes she'll make them, and sometimes I'll eat them, sometimes I won't. I just don't want fucking green beans.
Dude, if we're talking food again, one vegetable that we've been fucking with all year, really it's like the last 6-8 weeks since it started, but zucchini.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking zucchini,
That's a staple
dude.
here.
Oh my God. I slept on zucchini for like 37
Squash
years.
and zucchini, yeah.
Yeah, well, we do squash. We've done squash because you can microwave it and then just like gut it with a fork, and that can be your spaghetti noodles.
Yeah, like
so that's really good.
squash,
yeah, spaghetti squash.
Yeah.
But man, zucchini, we just like the way she cuts it up. We'll dress it up, with just like
onions
some. I love onions. I love all that shit
Yeah.
though. If you could grill any vegetable, I'll eat it.
So going back to spaghetti, so what are you? Do you like a butter noodle? Like, do you just get noodles and get butter and make butter noodles? Because what I'll do,
like when they're done, you drain them. I mean, we put olive oil in it. I don't think we do butter.
So you've never had butter noodles?
You're talking about like you drain the pan, you put it back in, and then you just put a scoop of butter and mix it.
Yeah,
No, I don't
butter
think I've
noodles,
done
dude.
that.
So I'll eat like a normal, spaghetti plate with like the meat sauce on top, and then I'll go. And I'll just get a small, just like little handful of noodles, and I'll put like a tablespoon or 2 of butter, and I'll melt the butter, and then put a little Parmesan cheese on top, and it's like butter.
Oh, that sounds
Dude,
fantastic.
it's great. Try it.
You ever had Cincinnati chili?
Not a fan.
Really?
Not a fan.
Dude, we had that on
It's
accident.
got cinnamon
one time.
in it.
Okay, well maybe I'm thinking of something else then. What I was thinking, it's just noodles with chili. So if you had any leftover chili, just boil some noodles.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's basically your spaghetti sauce. It's just leftover chili. Okay, I'm not putting cinnamon or sugar in it, whatever you said. I'm not
thinking
doing
like
that.
Skyline chili.
Yeah, we're thinking of 2 different things. Mine's
Okay.
basically just chili on noodles
Okay.
or on noodles is what I like. Hold on. My phone closed. Okay, so you have $50 to spend on a scratch off.
Yeah.
How are you breaking up that? Because I'd probably go, just give me a 50.
Yeah.
I'd buy the big boys.
Or I'd go 225s.
Okay, that's fair.
That's probably your better odds to win.
Claire wants to go with 20 and 3 10s. And I said, she's like, I have more chances of winning. I said, yeah, you might win like $30, but if I hit, I feel like I'm going to get, a couple hundred. So I'm all risk.
Maybe a couple thousand.
Yeah, right. Like I have friends that play and they're like, you got to play these big cards. You got to go 20, 30, 50. If you can get 100, like one day I'm coming home with 100. Okay, this is a question. I guess we're on questions. Is it gay to tell another guy that they smell good?
No.
Is it weird?
No.
I tell guys all the time, like at work. Well, it's difficult to broach. I always have to preface like, hey, this is going to sound weird. You smell fantastic right now.
You have to, it depends. You got to have I feel like you have to have somewhat of a close relationship with the dude.
If it's his first day and that's the first thing I tell him, that's weird.
He's going to avoid you at all costs. But normally I'll be like, hey, dude, you smell good. What cologne is that? Because I would like to acquire some.
Mm-hmm. Or then you get that hair and brush it back behind his ear.
Yeah. I just get it out of his eye for him. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's not gay. No, not gay.
I don't think it's gay. I tell guys all the time they smell good. And if someone told me that, I'd be like, I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Okay. This is an Elizabeth question. For 1 week, would you rather drink water from a toilet bowl from a gas station or straight from the Trinity River?
You're dying either way.
That's what I said. I was like, well, because Claire was like, well, give me the river. And I was like, you know how many dead bodies are at the bottom of the Trinity River that have just been like absorbed into that water?
In waste in general?
Yeah, and there's just, the Trinity's fucking nasty. I think you're going to lose here.
Which gas station? Are we talking Buc-ee's?
I mean, see, now that.
You might be okay. If it's
you might be okay. Buc-ee's is fucking high class. We'll say it's a Love's. Now that changes it.
You're getting an STD.
But, because, you flush the water down.
Yeah.
Technically, it's fresh water, right? Yeah. But you got to think how many asses just blasted off in that bowl.
Oh, my God. I'm going to get some water.
What kind of water are you going to get? Should we pause this? What are we doing? Oh, I thought you were going inside. Okay. So, yeah, that was a Claire. That was an Elizabeth question. Yeah. We were walking around one day, and she's like, what would you rather drink, out of a toilet bowl or from a river? And I'm like, well, it depends on the river. And I was like, if it's like a clean water river, like give me that all day. I was like, now if we're talking Trinity, that's different. Yeah. So I told her I'd ask you that. Now this is an Owen question.
She is your child.
Yeah. This is an Owen question. Who would win in a race? Sonic the Hedgehog or the Flash?
Flash.
See, he's Team Sonic all day. He's found a video.
And that's fair.
He's got proof. He's like, we can watch it on YouTube.
I'll prove
he'll find it. And of course, it's not, it's just some kid, adult that made this shitty video, but it has Sonic winning. And I'm like, well, there you go. I was like, I guess that settles it. That. Yeah, you're right. All right. So if you work with somebody or just a average adult that right? They're your age and it's their birthday and they got dollars pinned on their shirt and y'all make eye contact. Nope. No dollars.
Hey, happy birthday.
Right? That's what I was like, dude, that's a junior high thing to do. If you're an adult, because I've seen people do that. People in my work do it. And I'm like, I'm not giving you fucking money.
Are you saying would I wear the pin or would I give money or both?
I guess both. But initially the question is, would you give?
No.
Because I'm not fucking wearing. That's stupid.
No.
But I'm like, if I saw a 37-year-old, 30, whatever, my age or up, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, we're at work right now. And it has to be someone that you kind of know. It can't just be, because I'm definitely not giving a stranger money. But if it's like, I've known this person for 10 years and I'm like, hey, happy birthday. But yeah, that's weird, right?
I'd rather I'll buy you lunch. Like,
fuck that. If we're making the same amount of money, I'm struggling. Like, I'm not giving you shit.
Now, I will say, Lauren's birthday is on Tuesday and she will be wearing money pinned to her shirt.
Okay, but she has like regulars.
And she's in a spot where
she's like a rock star up there.
Well, and she's in a spot where she's public facing and like,
yeah.
Of course, she's going to do anything she can to make
more money. And she's in an industry where extra money is like an incentive to.
Yeah.
She's got. See, now that's different. But if you're like if you work with a lawyer and the lawyer walks in, you'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, you went to law school. You can't wear that.
$200,000 a year.
Right.
Take that shit off.
I think that's a distinctive difference. Like Lauren can do that.
Yeah.
Now, I guess it depends on the. But like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not. You think she will? Or are you saying she might? She's going to pin it?
She always does.
How much you get home with? Like $100?
A lot.
I could believe that.
And then, on top of the regular tips she's already making for that
That's
night.
a good day for her.
Yeah, it's a great day for her. Yeah.
Sweet. See, and I usually don't work my birthday, but for her, that's a strategic idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to save the Hall of Fame questions because I got a few more names. So this is second to last one. So the year's 1967.
Okay.
You're in Vietnam. Okay. For every week that you stay alive in Vietnam, you get $100,000. $5.2 million at the end of the year if you can make it.
Oh, I'm walking with like $5,000. I'd probably be done.
2 days. So you wouldn't even go the whole week, or you'd only do if it's $100,000 a week.
Is this saying can I survive it?
Yeah, you have to, and you can get pulled out whenever. But you're in Vietnam. You're with a unit, so you're not by yourself. You're like with but it's you and like a company of guys.
I'm just saying, my luck, I would get like picked off.
You'd be gone quick.
Yeah, like I would like raise my head when I'm not supposed to, and just like get picked off. Like,
and I one of the things I listened to was a big book on Vietnam that was really interesting. And, they said for U.S. Armed Services, when we signed up, we went in for a year. When the Viet Cong signed up to fight, theirs was for life. You either fucking died or we won the war. There was no 12 months and you're out. And so that's why they were more committed, because our guys were just like, I got 200 more days. I got 100 more days. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Once you get to those single digits, double digit days,
a lot of guys went back too, though. They did multiple tours.
Yeah, psychos did, but a lot of people never ever want to go back. But whereas the Viet Cong were like, we're either going to die or we're going to win. So yeah, I don't think. I mean, maybe a week. Maybe I can get out with 100,000. In 1967, I can buy like 5 houses.
Yeah,
right.
You really good.
Okay, last one. Hall of Fames. Cameron Howard. DT for Steelers.
No.
Cameron Jordan.
No.
Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, but he may be a Darren Woodson situation where it takes him several
Darren
years.
Woodson needs to get the fuck in.
Yeah, I know.
That's embarrassing, dude.
I know. I think he was an all-decades
I was going to say
safety.
Bobby Wagner, and Bobby Wagner should be like an all 2010s, all-decade. You could say he was maybe not the leader, but he was a leader of that doomsday defense.
Legion of Boom.
Or Legion of Boom, which was a generational defense.
I think he'll get in, but he'll be a
I could see that.
multiple attempt guy.
I could see that. Von Miller.
Yes.
Khalil Mack.
Yes.
George Kittle.
No.
Steph.
I got to follow my rule, like my first gut reaction.
Stephon Gilmore.
No.
Cooper Kupp.
Stephon Gilmore maybe because of the
Defensive
Super
Player of the
Bowls.
Year.
Yeah.
And he won a Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp.
No.
2 Super Bowls.
It's true, but he's not a quarterback.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. That guy should. What a bunch of petty little bitches, man.
People, yeah.
He's the greatest, right? Yeah. 2 as a coordinator, 6 as a coach. He's got a ring on every finger besides his thumbs.
Well, that's what gets, that's what happens to you when you're an asshole. Is people
So what?
People
Michael Jordan's an asshole. You
fine.
think he wasn't going to get in?
No. You're right.
See, I think assholes in sports are just competitive people.
They are.
And we're in the most competitive sport,
They
or the
are.
most echelon, top tier of competitive people.
There's a certain,
and I'm getting punished because I was more competitive than
there's
you.
a certain level of ego that you have to have, and there's a certain level of cutthroatiness, assholiness.
And they did the same thing to T.O.
Yeah.
T.O.'s a top 5 receiver of all time, and it took him a while to get in. Jimmy Johnson, different level, but Jimmy Johnson, because I'm watching that show now, which we'll talk about, he's easily one of the best coaches I've ever seen with getting the most out of players and knowing what he wanted and, his vision for that team.
In the pros and in college. Look
Yeah.
what he did
I was
for
telling
the
Claire, what is there, like 4 guys that have won a national championship at college and in the pros. And I'm like, and we had 2 of them back-to-back years. Mm-hmm. Pete Carroll, Switzer, Johnson, and I don't know. Can't be many more. Okay. The last 2, Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
No.
See, I thought you were going to say no to Manning and no to Wilson. So I was going to say which one would get in if you had to. Because I feel like at their peak, I feel like Russell Wilson was a better quarterback than Eli Manning at their peak.
Maybe, but
okay. So roles reversed, 2 Super Bowls to 1. You still putting in Manning with 1 Super Bowl over Wilson with 2, or is the Super Bowl the deal breaker? Because they each won at least 1 Super Bowl.
Well, to me, it's Manning just because of the market he played in, and B, who he had to beat in those Super Bowls to get him. And then I want to say he was never like in both Super Bowl runs, they weren't a 1 seed. Like
They were wild card teams, at least for one, maybe
I think
two.
they were on both. They were, and like he beat on that run. He beat Aaron Rodgers when Green Bay was like the 1 seed in Green Bay. Like, say what you want about Eli, like he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
I think so, and he didn't get in this year either. But again, he's going to get in.
He's going to get in. Yeah,
that was it, man. Those are my questions. I like the Hall of Fame, but just because it's such a quick thing, we can go through and discuss a little bit.
Yeah, and like that's my metric. It's just that first gut.
George Kittle though could still sway you.
Yeah, George, I could be swayed on George.
George gets like 2 or 3 more All Pros, and he wins a Super Bowl.
I don't know how much longer he
yeah, I know he's got to be almost our age.
Yeah.
I make it seem like these guys are young and like
I don't know how much more he'll go.
And he's in San Francisco next to that fucking electrical field or whatever.
All right, you want to go over Cowboys?
Yeah.
All right. So schedule was released. Do you want to do predictions now, or do you want to say that for later? Closer to the season. We can
go through right now. Just if we got a pen and paper, we can do win-loss.
No, let's see what happens after. I think it's fair to do predictions
after the off-season draft and everything.
Free agency. Okay, so
dude, and this is why we got to make leading up to the draft like more episodes because we can't talk about it now, but I want to talk more about the draft as we get closer.
No, I've got some mocks pulled up. So, and then as the mocks get more and more after the combine and everything,
yeah, I'm excited for that.
And they really start getting dialed in, we'll go in more into it. But I don't have dates or times, but it looks like
those are like old school logos.
Looks like we open up with the Giants at home.
That's probably
going to be Sunday night.
Yeah, I could imagine that's prime time.
I can't tell you how many times we've played the Giants opening night on Sunday Night Football.
It seems like every 3 years or something.
So we've got Giants week 1, and then we go Eagles week 2 at home. There's no way we start 6 straight at home.
What the heck? That's kind of BS then, because that means we're just going to get dogged later in the season. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's right.
You know what?
What?
I don't like this because, for one, that's wrong because I'm pretty sure we're getting the Brazil game in week 1.
I heard we're an option to play Seattle. That Seattle had so many. Look, click that one on the left. With the graphic. Because I think that's what I saw. Well, it still doesn't tell you weeks.
See, it says TBDs.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
You said the schedule got released.
It did get released. I just don't know if they've released times and
the
everything.
Opponents.
Yeah, we just don't know. We know the opponents, just not. Okay, see, look, home and away. But the away game, go down. Does it say away like if one's in Brazil? See, it doesn't even note that. And we know we should be playing in Brazil this year.
I'm pretty sure that was confirmed.
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to play 6 games in the division, and then we're going to play
home. We
9
have
more after that.
So home, we've got our 3 division mates. We've got Jacksonville, playoff team, Tennessee, Baltimore, Arizona, 49ers, Tampa Bay. And then away, we've got our divisional opponents. We've got fucking Green Bay, playoff team, Houston, playoff team, Indy. Could have been a playoff team, had things shaken out.
That's at least like 4 or 5 losses on the road.
And then we've got Super Bowl champ Seattle, and then the NFC appearance Rams.
Yeah, I would say the Rams and Seahawks might be the 2 best teams.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, those might be the 2 best teams in the league.
Yeah, and it depends. And Stafford's coming back.
Well, yeah, he's reigning MVP. Might as well come back.
He's coming back. So
those fucking big ass teeth,
big ass book ass teeth. All right. We hired us a new defensive coordinator that I'm really, really excited about.
I think it's cool because he's younger than us, and it probably was more of a shouty. How do you say it? Shouty. Shouty. I like to say shouty. Shouty. Schottenheimer hire more than a Jerry Jones hire.
I think Schottenheimer
he signed off on it.
I think Schottenheimer had his hands in the pie a lot more than Garrett
already. Yeah,
McCarthy, everybody. So maybe maybe Steven really is getting through to his old man, like saying, "Hey, we need to."
Well, dude, it's been 30 years. It just hasn't worked. Let's
look at
fucking
the common
pivot.
Denominator here.
Yeah, let's do something different here.
So we hired Christian Parker. He was formerly the Eagles passing game coordinator and DB's coach in 24 and 25, and he comes from the Vic Fangio coaching tree. And if you know anything about Vic Fangio, he's been in the league a
He's
million
a legend.
years. He's
Living
a defensive
legend.
mastermind. And then
it hurts the Eagles. So that's it really is a bonus. Like he's a young mind. They said no one's had anything bad to say about him. And, you know, because they ask around these people, right? Like around the circles, and he's one of those just up and coming guys. And the only problem is people are already saying like, look, if it works around and he turns this around, you might need a new DC in a year or two. Like he could get a head coaching job if he just turns this around, because that's what the NFL's looking for. They're like, it was such a good old boy. Like, I don't hire this guy unless he's 60 or 70. Well, and now we need the next young guy, right? Like Sean McVay, Michael McDonald. These guys are turning teams around.
With Jerry, it's a comfort thing. It's like, do I know him, or did somebody that I so trust?
Stupid.
You know, he's reaching out. He's still reaching out to people like not Parcells, but he's still reaching out to people from around the league. Like, what do you think about this? It hasn't worked. You know, I don't know where I'm gonna. I don't know what.
All right, you don't have to. You don't know what this is going to be. You got to log into Facebook.
No, I don't.
It's so weird seeing these guys, what they really look like.
Working on hiring Christian Parker as their new defensive coordinator, the Eagles secondary coach.
That's not what I want, but yeah. Right here it says Jerry Jones cited Parker's intelligence and ability to simplify complex defenses as key factors.
Well, and that's what you got to do, man.
And I think that was the big part of what was wrong this year is we're several weeks in, and guys, you started hearing things come out of the locker room of guys just not knowing where to be and what to do. So I think they really wanted a teacher. They wanted somebody who could actually teach and coach.
And like you said, I'm okay with simplifying the defense, because it's just know your assignment, do your role. I was watching that, you know, I think I said it before, that Dallas Cowboys show or America's Team, and they said the big deal in 1991, because we had Aikman, we had Irving, and we had Emmett. But what they said, what was kind of a game changer for that season, the next going in, was hiring Norv Turner. And Norv Turner just simplified the offense.
Yep.
They said they just really not dumbed it down, but made it easier for the players to understand it, and that just opened up the game completely for them. So I feel like this, you know, I don't know, man. I see similarities in Schottenheimer and Jimmy Johnson. I feel like he's more of a player's coach, but also like gets on their asses and is all about team building and culture, but his way and the right way. I don't know, man. I don't want to say like next year's our year, but no, I'm not going to say that. But I do like where the coaching staff is headed, and the fact that Jerry's finally getting his little fat fucking fingers off the throat of the organization.
Yeah, and so it's not just him. It's not just Christian Parker, but
I think the defensive is almost set. I know they can hire a fuckload of guys, but from what I'm hearing, they kind of filled out their roster.
Yeah, like defensive line Marcus Dixon, he's a former Cowboy. Nice. I forget where he was.
There's the
Scott Simons.
Simons, yeah, formerly SMU DC. But they were saying like if Parker is such a hit and he, you know, gets a promotion, then it might be Simons that can say like he can just fill that void.
So let me see if I can, because this is him talking about.
We added Clayton Adams, who was an unknown. Then we went to the college ranks and added Junior Adams and Connor Riley. We're doing the same thing defensively, which I think is a great thing. I just felt like last year, under Matt Eberflus, it was just stale. It just stank. You ever go to someone's house and just smells all over? That's how our defensive side of the ball felt last year under Matt Eberflus. So now the defensive players, will get some excitement. They'll get some youth. They'll get some coaches that they can relate to and have their own identity in building. When it comes to Scott, like I said, they were topping turnovers. So takeaways.
SMU was topping turnovers.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, they beat Miami, right? Or they damn near beat them. One of the two.
Yeah. So
I was stoked about that. Me too. And I know we're gonna get more into draft, the more it comes up, but I'm completely okay with both first round picks on the defense. Because I mean, look, I don't know, man. I feel like we got a cornerstone lineman last year, right? We got Booker. We got weapons on offense, depending on what we do with Pickens. It's the defense. If we can focus 2 premier picks on that, that is the giant step in the right direction.
No, I agree.
Have you heard the potential trade, which I don't know, maybe you said you had mocks, but I think Cleveland has the 5th pick, 6th pick.
Yeah.
And if it's Downs is available, you package 12 and 20, move up to 6, and you pick up their
32, 33 or 4.
Yeah, it's one of the early 2s, but I'm like,
yeah, I might do that.
I might do that.
Because
but also,
because the value from 20 to 33,
it's about the same.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
And I think Broadus has said maybe there's just like, because every year he has his first round grades. I think last time I heard, I think he said he's like at 13.
Yeah. See, it's always middle teens, like 16, 17. So to even say that this year's even less.
So this one, because I think I picked this article just because it said stunner and I read it, and I think if we did this, my head might explode.
Who is
that? But it says new Cowboys 2026 mock draft includes pick 12 stunner underrated edge.
Never even heard. Is it
So he's saying with Dallas's first pick, the doubt surrounding George Pickens' future with the Cowboys leads the team to taking one of the top receivers in the draft class before addressing an obvious need on the edge. A closer seen below, and they have them picking Jordan Tyson, a wide receiver out of Arizona State.
I don't know, man. I think our defense is in desperate need. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Picking Cassius Howell at 20.
Right. See, now that's a need. But would you rather get a cornerback or a receiver at 12?
A corner.
Me too.
But I don't know. I think all the corners that are worth a damn are going to be done before 12.
There's a Tennessee kid, LSU kid.
I think they'll both be gone.
Clemson.
He'll be there.
Terrell. Colton Hood, is that the one that's injured, but he had like 2 years to recover? So they're like, it's not the same. I know, but like they said if Tennessee was playing meaningful football, he would have played. That he was ready to play, but they were just out.
So I saw this one and I loved it because it gave us a bunch of different mock drafts.
Wow, cool.
And then a bunch of different. So
yeah, see, I'm looking at those positions, and that's what I want. Linebacker, edge, corner.
NFL.com says we go Sonny Styles, linebacker at 12, and then Cassius Howell at 20. Okay. Love it.
Yeah, okay.
Fox Sports says Mensor Delane, cornerback at 12. Love it.
Okay. I never heard of that guy.
Delane?
No, I know that. Who's the edge?
The edge? Never heard of him.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I don't know who that
NBC Sports says Kedrick Falk, edge from Auburn, and then Brandon Cisse, cornerback from South
I'm okay
Carolina.
with that. I know Falk, they just talk about, doesn't have the stats that you want, but that's because they said he wasn't asked to do those things, that he has a high ceiling.
CBS Sports, Delane again at 12, and then Cassius Howell at 20. ESPN, Matt, I think his name's Matt Yates. Field Yates. Sonny Styles, linebacker at 12, and then Kendrick Falk at 20.
Okay.
Again, draft countdown staff. I don't know who that is. Sonny Styles at 12, Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle from Georgia.
No tackles. No,
TJ Parker at 12, Caleb Banks, interior lineman.
I'm not going to be upset if we get two defensive linemen, but we need a corner.
And then again, look at this one. Draft Network, Jeremiah Love, running back.
Okay, but he's been mocked as seen as like one of the top prospects in the draft. Like Caleb Downs, he's just at an undervalued position. But they're saying Downs is probably the best prospect in this draft, and they're saying that Love is probably the second or third best prospect.
And one dude,
it's just not a position that you want to take that high.
And one dude I really respect and I hold a lot of stock in is Todd McShay.
Yeah, his podcast is on Netflix now. I was watching some of that after the Senior Bowl.
I would shit my pants. Aheem Mesidor from Miami at edge at 12, and CJ Allen. Give me that all.
Yeah, I'll say CJ Allen, is he the guy that's kind of like the Swiss Army knife?
Yeah.
Like can play edge, play
Jacob Rodriguez type, like.
But I was thinking Jacob Rodriguez.
He can't play.
If we did our Browns pick or Browns trade, and we get Caleb Downs, we can get Jacob Rodriguez in that second.
30, yeah.
He'll be there. So that's how you could look at that pairing too to make it work. Which, look, CBS Sports got us getting Downs and Styles. Okay, that's my fucking pick right there.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, because I think Ezraku's still a starter for us, right? He's going to be a day one starter. And then if they re-sign Clowney, but then again, you're not built for the future at edge. No. And I don't know, man. Obviously, I don't want to pick at 12 again for a long, long time. So an edge is just one of those premier positions that you take that over a safety or over a linebacker just because, man, it's hard to get a fucking edge rusher. And if you do, you usually trade them to a division, to a conference rival, or you let them walk and win a Super Bowl, or, do something fucking stupid. We did that twice.
Yeah. So,
but I am happy
there's a bunch of, nerdy data down here that I haven't looked at, but,
I'm going to come.
Yeah. But yeah. So,
is that I was gonna say, so CJ Allen, we're taking 41% of the time. Is that what it's saying? Or
it says what we see here is a shift away from linebackers, edge rushers, plus a strong increase in quote unquote other positions that didn't get much attention in January. Naturally, this produces some winners and losers among the players mocked to Dallas. And this is mock draft distribution by player position.
I saw a mock that had Avor Reese falling to us, and I'm like, I don't think that's not going to happen. But realistically, we could get half those guys, and I'd be okay with almost, pretty much all of them. I love Jeremiah Love, but I don't think. Now, if he's there at 20, I'll take him at 20.
Yeah.
But realistically, I'm not going to use my 12th overall pick on a running back. I just refuse to do that.
No.
When we've seen just this defense is just dog shit. And I want Christian Parker to have those guys to be like, they should let him fill his fucking team. Like, obviously, he should have a big voice in that room.
Yep.
We got the head coach gets the final say, or the GM or the owner, but Christian Parker needs to have his voice heard.
So by this table, it says here's how often each player was taken at which spot in the 50 mocks. So they ran 50 mocks, and at 12, out of the 50 mocks, 14 times corner was taken at 12.
Okay.
Then at 20, 7 edges were taken, or I guess Kedrick Falk was taken 7 times out of the 50.
Yeah.
And
then it had to taken Sonny Styles the most.
Sonny Styles was at 12.
Followed by, where is that? I can't say his name. It's right next to Styles.
Mansour Delane.
Is that South Carolina?
He's LSU.
Okay.
He's LSU.
I think Broadus would like that pick then.
Yeah, he would.
Dude, we just got to do we'll have to do a draft night show.
And then right here, it's, availability, the percentage of availability at 12 and 20.
I'll take Ruben Bain with a 3% chance.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Please. I'll have one of those.
Yeah, I'll take that guy and whatever the fuck else you have for me, please.
So, but at edge, you've got Kendrick Falk being there 83% of the time, Messidor being there 100% of the time at 12, 70% of the time he's there at 20. So, in that linebacker, Sonny Styles is there.
I mean, I'm looking
70% at 12.
I might look at. Okay, so which one of these positions could you fill if you could fill one in free agency? Realistically, I think it's linebacker. I feel like you can get a linebacker for a 1 or 2 year deal.
Yeah, and I just don't know who's available edge-wise either.
But edges don't hit free agency like linebackers do because they're so rare.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking at cornerback and edge. I feel like would be best fit for us.
Something tells me we're going to be in. I say something. It was something Broadus was talking about. Broadus is getting word and feelings from inside the building that they're going to be really aggressive during free agency, and we're not talking bottom of the barrel day 3-4, C, D tier play. Broadus is hearing that we're talking A and B list, tier players in free agency, which is our big complaint for years is. Okay, yeah, you go out and you get fucking Kenneth Murray, day 3 of free agency.
Same thing with 4. Jack Sanborn. Sanborn knows Eberflus's defense, and it's like, yeah, but he's not worth shit. Just because he's familiar with the coach doesn't mean he's, But I think I've seen a list of running backs. Running backs you can fill that in free agency.
Yeah,
Kenneth Walker's going to be there. Breece Hall's going to be there. Yeah. I mean, there's guys where it's like, I would love to have him on my team. And I love Javonte Williams, but if we're talking almost near same price point, I don't know. If I like the guy who can get to the outside and hit a home run rather than maybe truck a guy and make a cool play. No, I just feel like Kenneth Walker or Breece Hall have that ability.
Javonte, thank you for everything this year.
Yeah.
You did great.
And if we end up retaining him, I'll be okay with that, but I feel like we can upgrade that position.
So do I.
In free agency.
Running back is going to be rich this free agency season.
And that's why I wouldn't even look at running back in a round. I think that's stupid. But edge, how often does a premier edge hit the market?
No, hardly ever.
That's why I think you should get one.
Are we going to do anything with Max Crosby? Are we packaging? Are we packaging
isn't
20?
He like 30?
Oh, no, he's like 28. Are we packaging 20 and one next year for?
Oh, I got to give up 2 ones. I thought I could give up just that number 20 pick.
Are we giving up? Are we tagging Pickens and are we giving Pickens and 20 to Las Vegas to give?
You better give me something else. If I'm giving a premier player and a pick, I should get Mason Crosby.
You're getting a top 5 edge rusher in the league.
I'm giving up a top 10 receiver and a number 1.
Well, and you're also giving up a time bomb. He was good this year, but you still saw.
Sure, he's going to be good though.
You still saw the personal fouls. You still penalties. You still saw some of the giving up on routes.
I still want him on my team.
Okay.
Now, it's a good question because if he's 28, you could say I got 3 good years, maybe 4, and isn't that Dak's window?
Yeah.
So to pair that, I think I put it on my heels, but I didn't mention it. But Flournoy, huge fucking leap this year. Yeah. I'm not saying he's going to fill the void at a number 2, but as a number 3 option, or even a 4 option, because Ferguson's probably your 3rd option.
That's all Dak.
Good fucking.
That's all. How many receivers in Dak? Again, mirroring Romo's career. How many receivers did Romo get paid? A ton.
What's his name that went to Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Laron Robinson. That guy got like $30 million and sucked.
And look what Dak did for Cedric Wilson. Look what Dak did for Noah Brown.
Well, Gallup went to like Vegas and got paid, didn't he?
Look what Dak did.
No, he got paid for us first.
Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing with Flournoy.
But Flournoy's got at least a year or 2 before free.
I think we got 2 more years.
And paying Flournoy and playing Pickens are pennies.
Yeah.
It's a difference is insane.
Maybe that's enticing for Vegas.
I'm not opposed to trading Pickens. Don't get me wrong.
20 this year and Pickens, and you give us Max and a 4th or a 3rd.
Give me a 3rd. I would really consider that.
I'm throwing it out there.
No. And because and Vegas would say, look, you're getting a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Give him a receiver.
Look at what we're getting.
And I would love to see the interaction between Fernando Mendoza and George Pickens. Just complete fucking opposites.
Hi, Mr. Pickens. How are you? Yeah. Shut up, fucking nerd.
Yeah, it's exactly how that interaction would go.
Put the
my name's Fernando.
Put the shiesty on.
What's the shiesty?
The ski mask that they all wear.
He does like to wear that.
Yeah.
But
just
hey,
so
you know what?
They're called shiesties.
That makes complete sense because you want to, and they have Genty. So it's like,
I've thought it out.
I was like, that's a good young offense. Obviously, you got a lot more pieces to go, but you got a disgruntled player who said he doesn't want to play for you again. You're drafting a quarterback. You need a receiver.
Thought it out, man.
Cowboys need an edge, and then we could say, well, now we don't need that edge, so maybe we can take a safety and a linebacker, dude.
I've thought it out.
All right, fuck it. We're gonna call up Shorty. Call up Shouty. We're trading Pickens in a 1.
Fuck it.
You said pick 20. That's a big deal too.
Yeah.
I'm keeping 12. I'm keeping 12
because we gave up our early pick next year for
Quentin
Williams. Yeah. So
no, I like that. I could see that happen, right. Or I would be completely okay with that happening.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, that's Cowboys.
What you been watching? What you doing?
Before we move on to that, just want to shout out FC Dallas. Season starts next weekend. We won't be there because we're going to Supercross. Supercross, we go.
Heck yeah! You and
Ben? If he wants to, but the family will go. We all go.
Yeah, because the Monster Jam was yesterday.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that. My brother-in-law was like, yeah, that means Supercross is coming in. I said, yeah, you're right.
Yep. So they just keep the dirt, and they're coming to Dallas, Arlington this weekend. So yeah, they're
I don't really like that.
Their season opener is Saturday, and this is the new kit, and this is something that I've been begging for years. It is a gorgeous,
you like that?
Gorgeous jersey.
Why does he look so gay in that picture?
Because he's not a real player. He's a model. Because he's a model.
He has such a gay pose he struck.
He's a model. That's why. That's not a real player. Okay. But yeah, they revealed the kit, and that's something for me every year. It's I always look forward to kit release day. And us fans have been begging to bring back hoops for one,
What is
and
that?
then two, the red and the blue. It just in the white accents, just chef's kiss.
So if I'm buying that kit, am I getting the whole kit and caboodle for $160, or is that a shirt?
Just the shirt.
God damn.
That's the authentic. I mean, you're getting
They even got the Apple logo on the sleeve.
Yeah, the real patch.
That's like getting a hockey sweater, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
And they have replicas that are cheaper, but you're not getting like the real patches, and like the FC Dallas, like the badge is actually like the actual badge.
When I get my tax income this year, I was like, dude, I might buy like a legit hockey sweater, like a Hayskin Inn or somebody that you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like if I can find like an old Darian Hatcher, like that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah. So yeah, and then season's right around the corner. So short off season.
Well, call me over. We can watch a game sometime because I don't have Apple TV.
Yeah, and they're changing it again. You used to not have to subscribe to Apple TV. You could just buy the MLS package for $100. But now they took that away, and now you have to subscribe to Apple TV,
which is like another
$15.99 a month.
So it's over $100 a year. Then we're looking at probably closer to $175 a year for that.
This thing for Apple TV, their partnership, it was 10 years, like $10 billion, or I don't. Maybe it was $1 billion for 10 years.
It probably was 10 years for $10 billion. I bet it was $1 billion a year. I could see that.
They're gonna slowly. I think that they're not gonna see out that full 10 years.
Well, and that's what's killing the NBA too. Is they're like, I just can't watch a game. I got to have all these different subscriptions.
Yeah.
My local games are blacked out.
Yeah.
Like the NBA's attendance, you just got to be in the dirt.
Yeah.
And the game just sucks compared to what it was back when we were growing up, when guys would drive to the hoop and fucking dunk in a guy's face and, his nuts would be all in his face. And now it's like flopping and the girl in the spiderweb in the picture. I think I saw that.
So going back to, I actually do have stuff to contribute to what I was watching. So during Ice-Mageddon, this
what was that, a couple weeks
2.0, me and Lauren actually sat down on the couch and we watched some stuff. So we watched this one. It's called Girl in the Picture. It's on Netflix.
It looks really familiar.
It was a crime documentary, obviously. It was about this guy right here. He had multiple identities. And he basically would kidnap kids and raise them and kill them. And then
this is why we have the death penalty.
Yeah.
This is why cases, I think there should be death penalty. It should just be used sparingly. But yeah, the way you describe that person should die.
You and Claire should put that one in the queue. It's really good. The second one we watched was, I think it was called The Hidden Apartment.
I saw that preview. And Claire said she had started but didn't finish it, and we will watch that. That looked pretty wild.
Sucked.
Oh, no shit.
Sucked. I thought it was going to be.
It sounds intriguing though, because there was literally this hidden apartment.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be really.
So
cool.
what sucks is
it ended up being a bunch of artsy like kids, and I thought like they built this apartment in the mall and like lived there, and like they kind of did, but it was more just like a meeting space so they could like be creative.
Bunch of dorks.
I mean,
they weren't shooting up heroin and just ripping cigs.
No, dude. Like they, and it was cool, like how like. They found this like secret like little pathway that they could get in, and then it showed them like like bringing in like actual like cinder blocks, like carloads and carloads of cinder blocks to like build a wall and put a door in, so it could be like if somebody like found that spot, it would just look like another walled off area with a door.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very much like how like that area. There was a big art scene, and then I forget where it was. It was like it was in Rhode Island. What's the big city?
Providence.
It was in Providence, and like the art scene, like the developers came in and like tore down this like one section, this one neighborhood that all the artists were in, so they had nowhere to go. And I don't know. I thought it would be something different. It just wasn't what
when you watch the preview, it sounds like something that was like just sparks your imagination, because if like I had found something like that, like it'd be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like that.
In my mind, that's why I was thinking, I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. Like,
so did I.
They found like this magical apartment, but yeah, I guess it's what they did with it. That
Yeah, wasn't that great?
Because it sounded cool. I did watch that preview, and I was about to start it, and then Claire said that she had started it, and I don't know, she didn't finish it, which tells you
it wasn't
says
great.
something.
It wasn't great. And I watched one more, and fuck, I can't remember which one I watched. But yeah, I watched another documentary. Girl in the Picture, Secret in an Apartment. Yeah, I can't remember the third one. And what? Oh, it was
High School Musical. Nope. Oh, is that the one where the mom was doing it to her own kid?
Unknown Number, the high school catfish.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, because it was the mom.
Yeah, it was the fucking mom.
And she was just being an absolute cunt to her own child.
Dude, it was, and then
so weird.
And then at the end, like, or when the cops like figure it out and they come to like, arrest her, she's still like comforting the daughter.
Oh, yeah, even at the end, I remember she was like forgiving her and stuff.
The daughter wasn't like. It was like Munchausen syndrome, but
well, it's your mom. I mean, you almost like can't believe it. Like this person who, for the most part, was good to me, but they did the most vile thing possible.
And then she was like in love with the boyfriend, like the initial boyfriend. Like,
yeah, the mom was just weird looking. Like she had a very punchable face.
I told Lauren she looked like Quasimodo.
Yeah, she really does, dude.
Yeah, dude.
In the face, 100%. Obviously, she didn't have the hump, but if you look, she could be Quasimodo for Halloween, dude. Yeah. She just puts a basketball back there, and that's Quasimodo.
Yeah, so that's
a good call.
That was the third one I watched.
That's weird. That was weird.
Yeah, that was really. It was a good documentary, and I didn't see it coming because Lauren knew the story from TikTok because it blew up on TikTok a couple years ago, or when it was going down.
Yeah.
And I'm just not. I guess I'm not on that side of TikTok, but she knew, and she's like, if you could, I wish you could see your face when it was revealed now, because I was just like, what the fuck?
See, my sister spoiled it for me, and kind of, so I knew what was coming, but I was almost like, but then you watch it and you hear how the mom was treating her own child, and it's like, it is almost unbelievable.
She was saying some of those.
She was trying to get her to like almost kill herself. Yeah, and I'm like, that's your like 14, 15-year-old child, dude.
Yeah.
And it was just weird and creepy, and
yeah. So, and listening to nothing. I mean, just Reacher books.
Reacher.
Like when I'm going through that series again, and I do it a lot now that I'm like, especially when I'm on a restoration job. I'll just throw my earbuds in and just go to work, and then I'll rip through them that way. And then at work, not so much because I need something kind of not mindless, but not something I need to follow a plot. So, FC Dallas season's coming up. So I'll be listening to those podcasts. And then, of course, like Kavanaugh's podcast, and then One Star, I'll throw those on at work.
Yeah.
And especially now, Kavanaugh and brought it since we're leading up to draft season.
yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be like mandatory listening leading up to the draft.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it.
I started yesterday, so I've only gotten through 2 episodes, and I should have watched this 8 months ago, but it's America's Team, the gambler and his Cowboys.
Yep.
There's certain scenes you're watching this, and Jerry just, you love to hate him, but I'm like, he is so goddamn charismatic, though.
He
like
is.
when they brought in Charles Haley, and he's like, you ready to be a Cowboy, or do you leave your heart in San Francisco? And I'm like, that's such a fucking good line that like only he could deliver. And then he tells you these stories, like about just the struggles and everything he had to do to get the team. And, Dallas hated that guy when he fired Landry, and he was just this cocky piece of shit coming in here. What are you doing?
She got some fucking hot and readies, bro.
Oh shit! She's standing right there.
Well, how do you think I felt?
I didn't know. I can't. My back hurts. I can't turn that way.
Got some hot and readies, though. I see that.
We started the Harry Potter series with the kids. That was like less than 2 weeks ago, and we're already on Half-Blood Prince, which is the 6th one. Like, we're burning through them, and both kids are into it. There's that part in the Goblet of Fire where Cedric Diggory dies and Voldemort comes back. And that's when shit gets real. And I think that's when the kids realize, like, oh, this isn't just like a fun movie about, a kid growing up to be a wizard. That's when I was like, yeah, this shit's getting real, dude. Like, Voldemort's back. Yeah, buckle up, buddy. Cedric Diggory's dead. They used one of the unforgivable curses on him. Voldemort's back. Ministry of Magic won't believe it. They don't trust Dumbledore. But
talking Chinese to me, man.
Oh, it's good.
Never read it. Never.
See,
watched
I
it.
finished the books like a year ago, but I never watched past Goblet of Fire. So we watched Order of the Phoenix. That was my first time to see that, and that was a good one. But so far, Goblet of Fire is my favorite. Last night I watched 2 movies because I had a rough week, and I told Claire I'm just going to watch these fucking movies. You can go to bed early. That was Valentine's Day, but she's fine. She goes to bed early. But I watched After Hours, which is a Martin Scorsese film that I had never even fucking heard of. And it was probably the worst Martin Scorsese movie I've seen. So it wasn't like a bad film.
Who's in it?
It looked like some knockoff Robert De Niro. His name was like Paul Hackett, I think. It had Kathleen O'Hara, who just recently died, and John Hurst or whatever, the dad from Home Alone.
Oh.
So they were both in it together. It had Rosanna Arquette, who looked so fucking cute in that movie. One of the Mount Rushmores I wanted to do was actresses or actors that played a role that you fell in love with that character, that role, right? So it's like for me, it was like Rachel Weisz from The Mummy.
Yeah.
I fucking loved her in that movie, and I thought she was just so cute. Rosanna Arquette from After Hours. So, it's just like an actor or anything with Amanda Seyfried in it because she's like my one and only. But there's, you know what I mean? Like the lady from... it's not just celebrity crushes. It was the role that they played. Like maybe they were a quirky character, or you like the way they dressed or their style, and that's kind of what made you fall in love with them. And then I watched The Rip with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck about like cops in Miami.
I want to watch it. Was it good?
It was actually it was the better movie of the two. I know that, and it keeps you guessing, right? Like because you think you figure it out. You're like, oh, I've seen this movie before. Blah blah blah.
Is it John Leguizamo? Is he in there?
John Leguizamo?
Is he?
No, it has Glenn from Walking Dead.
That's it.
There's a big difference between John Leguizamo and that guy.
And there's another. There's another.
It had that girl from One Battle After Another that I can't stand. That's another movie I watched. I watched One Battle After Another. It was all right. I guess if it's between that and Sinners, because me and Claire tried to watch Sinners, and I was like, this movie is fucking stupid. I did not enjoy that at all.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got 16 Academy Award nominations. We didn't even fucking finish it. So if those are the front runners for Best Picture, I would give it to One Battle After Another. We also watched Train Dreams on Netflix, and I'm pretty sure that's nominated for Best Picture. 2 shows. I finished Peacemaker season 2, and I'm nearly done with Fallout season 2.
Nice.
And then reading with my ears. This one there's only one I'm going to read real quick. It's called Destiny of the Republic. It's James Garfield. It's a book about James Garfield, who was like, I don't know, what is he, like the 19th or 20th president? Probably 20 something. James Garfield was one of the most extraordinary men ever elected president. Born into abject poverty, he rose to become a wonderkind scholar, a Civil War hero, and a renowned and admired reformist congressman. Nominated for president against his will, he engaged in a fierce battle with the corrupt political establishment. But 4 months after his inauguration, a deranged office seeker tracked Garfield down and shot him in the back. But the shot didn't kill Garfield. The drama of what happened subsequently in a powerful story. The drama of what happened subsequently is a powerful story of a nation in turmoil. The unhinged assassin's half-delivered strike shattered the fragile national mood of a country so recently fractured by the Civil War and left the wounded president. Where was I? I had to skip pages. Anyways, it's just a crazy story because he was shot in the back. He survived. He survived for like 3 months, but like these people were fucking retards and they didn't believe in like medicine basically at the time and like penicillin. And they were digging their fingers in his back and everything got infected. And they said if he would have been treated today for that wound, it's like a night in the hospital and he's out.
Yeah.
But they couldn't find it. He was really good friends with Alexander Graham Bell. So he was trying to help him using like his technology, to like find the bullet somehow. And it's just crazy. He ended up dying like 3 months later, just in agony. Like his whole body rotted from the inside because they couldn't treat him. Even though they said today, this is, you know what I mean? 1 or 2 days in the hospital and you're out.
Yeah.
And this was the president. And it was just an embarrassment of how this happened. And yeah, his body ended up just, here it goes. About Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone, worked around the clock in his invention to invent a device capable of finding the bullet. But anyways, it's just a wild story because it never should happen.
Bell invent the X-ray?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I thought that's where it was heading.
A few of the books was The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. I remember it was pretty good. It's just like one of those mystery books, you know.
Yeah.
She's on like a cab, or it was like on a cruise ship when this murder happened, and you know, no one believes her, and it's just like a big mystery of Caught Stealing by Charlie Houston. That was a book that they made into a movie. That I watched the movie and enjoyed the movie, and then I found out it was a book, so I started it, and it's a series. So there's the main character. You know, this was like his first book with this character, and I think he wrote several books. Not as prolific as like Lee Child, but it was still interesting. This one was just called The Civil War, and it was Jeffrey C. Ward and Ken Burns, and Ken Burns is like documentary god.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best books I've ever listened to. It's very detailed, you know, everything about it's just interesting to me, how we got involved, why we got involved, the cost of life, the cost of money, all just battle, you know, basically an ideology of we don't like your system of government, and so we're going to spend $1 trillion and, you know, kill millions of people to stop you. And we lost. I listened to this once before, but it's 4 Past Midnight, so it's a collection of stories, and I've already listened to 3 of them, but the one I had was called The Library Policeman, and it just had a really, really fucked up scene that I read something about online, and so it kind of intrigued me, and I listened to the whole thing. So it's a short story, maybe like 7 or 8 hours, but it's kind of fucked up. And then the last one, what I'm listening to right now, it's called The Hidden History of the JFK Assassination. So just take a deeper dive into that, and basically how like the mob was working with the CIA.
Sure.
That's how I think it went down. I think it benefited too many people to have Robert and John F. Kennedy out of the picture, and it just opened up a lot of business, and it cleared a lot of red tape that they just couldn't get through with the Attorney General and the President. And so these people kind of like enemy of my enemy, like, you know, made this deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
I'm just at the point where I'm just going to listen to, because I have to be more selective now, because I can't do 2 or 3 books a week. It's more like 2 or 3 books a month now. So I'm going to be more selective and just pick more like historical topics that I like. I like learning about different events in history or people in history. So that's kind of what I'll focus on.
Hey.
Oh, and I did listen to a couple of Reachers, because I was going to say The Hard Way. I really like that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I just finished that one.
Yeah. That was the last one I got. I think that was like 8, and you're already on like 17. I'm like, I'm not catching this guy. But I did like The Hard Way. That was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's some more good ones. One I just started yesterday and listened to today while I was working. It's shaping up to be a good one. Basically, somebody takes a shot, somebody takes like a fucking 1,400 yard shot at French president.
1,400 yards. There's only so many men in the world that can make this shot.
Yeah. And so like Reacher is like somewhere, you know, gallivanting like he does. And he basically gets pulled into the investigation because they think there's like 4 active shooters, like former military shooters that could have done it.
Right.
Like one of the guys is a guy that Reacher put away, but is now out. So they grabbed Reacher basically off from wherever he was, and now he's pulled into the situation to, like, you know, he's working with a guy from the Russian government and a guy from like MI5, and it's Reacher. And obviously there's an American. They think it could be an American, a Russian, or an English shooter. And so like these 3 guys, they're in France now, like trying to like figure out who it is.
It's rare. I like it when they leave the country. One thing though from The Hard Way that I got to say is absolute bullshit. Even in the Jack Reacher universe, is his ability to just close his eyes and tell you exactly what time it is.
Yeah.
That was really, they really wanted to lay that, or Lee Child really wanted to beat that in that. And I'm listening, I'm like, no, you can't. And then they flew across the Atlantic, and they switched time zones. What time is it now? And he'd be like,
he knew
7:52. And it's like, and she's like, no, it's blah, blah. He goes, your clock's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and then I was like, dude, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You're already an Adonis. You're 6'5", 250. You know,
you
can make a shot from 1,400 yards. You can't tell me what time it is. You can't do that, dude. That's bullshit.
Because he's Reacher, baby.
I was like, okay. And I'm a Reacher fanboy too, but I'm like, no, sir. That is not possible.
When you listen, do you picture Alan Richardson
just taking off his clothes for me?
Well, in certain scenes, yeah. But do you picture him now that Reacher's come out?
100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't picture Tom Cruise at 5'7" when they emphasize his size every fucking book.
5'7's generous first. And second, I can't stand that Dick Hill is a great narrator and he does a great job, but the voice doesn't. Now that the TV series has come out, and
he sounds like he's an older guy too, isn't he? I don't know.
Dick Hill?
Yeah.
The voice doesn't match Reacher, especially now that we have
not at all.
Now that we have a physical,
no.
And
that's the other thing with Reacher. He was born in 63. I mean, my guy's getting AARP membership invites already, and is Lee Child still writing?
I think so.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I mean, about the timeline, and it because it's not is it an anthology where
you can pick up anywhere?
Yeah, he can just place it, this book can be.
But I also like that he has it's like Stephen King, where his library is so big that he can dip into, I'm going to bring this character in that was in this book. And guess what? Now that's a character in this. He's created this universe of characters and scenarios that he can dip back and forth. So I do like that. And I'm a nerd where I'm like, well, I just can't pick up on book 8 because Reddit said that's the best book. I got to go back from the beginning.
I'm the same.
I got to go back from the very beginning. I got to start there.
But Reacher, you kind of can, because I've read through it once up to current, and I'm halfway through pretty much now. And there are very, very few characters that make return.
I know, yeah.
I forget her name. She's very prominent in the series.
Neely.
Yeah.
I think I heard her. She's been in maybe 2 books that one she really helped him in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the one that I started now. What was after Hardway where Homeboy got dropped out of the plane? Because I started that one. But that was,
I think, season
2 or 3 of the show.
2 or 3 of the show.
But it's 8 or 9 of the book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That now she's prominent. And I know she's been mentioned before, but yeah.
Well, and now she's getting her spinoff.
I don't know about that.
I don't like that, but anyway, yeah. So, dude, that was a tight 2.5. That's good for us.
This is 3 hours after the last show.
Yeah, that last show was wild.
Did I listen to that and I was like, you can tell when the whiskey hit.
Oh, you can tell real hard when the whiskey hit.
People don't understand, dude. I like to argue and I like to play devil's advocate a lot when the whiskey hits, and I'm really good at that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't come to the draft house unless you're ready to fight.
That's a little window into draft weekend.
Yeah, and the poker night. I am not a fun person to be around. I know this.
We'll end it on that.
Yeah, well, it's true.
For Matt.
And I'm Andrew.
We're out.